Today, Dom is going to be breaking down exactly how he gets Go High Level clients, and he is going to show us everything. The real outreach, real client conversations, behind the scenes footage of how he closes deals, and what happens after clients sign. Most high-level gurus only show screenshots and talk, but in this video, you're going to see what actually goes into building a Go High Level business. Check this out. So Dom, let's first start with what we're going to be covering in this video, because I know we have a ton of different stuff, but do a quick, step-by-step walkthrough of what we're going to be doing, and then we'll go into the first part.
All right, guys. So we are going to be walking through pretty much everything you could ever imagine, a summarized version of it, of course. Everything you could ever imagine from start to finish to reaching out to a client. Which clients should you reach out to? Which type of services should you work with? Everything to do for those service-based industries, including everything to do inside of Go High Level, how to get them hooked on anywhere from 97 to even $497 a month, and everything in between. Literally everything. The exact reason you're watching this video, the exact reason you signed up with Go High Level, those questions that you have will all be answered right here in this one video.
So let's just jump right in, because we know your guys' time is valuable. Real quick, before we do that, if you guys have any questions during this video and you want me and Dom to answer personally, drop in the comments down below and we'll get it taken care of. So Dom, without further ado, let's go into the first part. What kind of businesses should people using Go High Level go after?
Okay, so here's the thing. I have kind of changed my mind on this over the years. Not a lot, but just slightly. I used to just say, okay, any type of service-based business, anybody who you think text messages their customers or yada, yada, yada. I've changed my mind. I think that it should be anyone who is visually appealing to watch, any service-based business that's visually appealing. Because I think when you're able to get a video of something like that, whether it's junk removal, lawn care, landscaping, kitchen remodel, something where you would be scrolling on Facebook and watching it and go, oh, that's an interesting concept. That's an interesting service-based business. And I liked watching the video. Those are my favorites by far. But now I've upgraded, whatever you want to call it, to anyone who is allowed to run Google LSAs. And if you don't know what Google LSAs are, yeah, they're Google local service ads. These came out maybe 6 years ago. I can't remember, not too crazy long ago, but they were basically the competition for Google pay-per-click, which is what you guys are used to. That's when you sign up for Google PPC and you're the first one on Google. And if you click it, then someone has to pay. The business owner has to pay for that click. That's great. It's not bad, but you have to have a lot of things in place for that to work. You have to have a good website. You definitely need A2P approval. You got to have text message automation. If you don't have any of those things, Google PPC is just wasting your money. So why is Google LSA so good? This is not a Google LSA video, by the way, but why is Google LSA so good? It's because you get to take away all that extra stuff. You basically just are now at the top of Google, no matter what. You're at the top and you're competing against way less people because so many different businesses have no idea what LSA even is. And the second thing is the call to action is way different. So you can now book an appointment straight through LSA. You don't even have to go to the website, which is crazy. You can book the appointment right there, or you can go straight to a chat or a call, which can still be completely integrated with Go High Level, which is amazing. And you can do the AI chatbot, all that other fun stuff. We'll get to that later. But now the call to action is way quicker, way easier, and it records the phone call. So LSA is so powerful because instead of you paying for the opportunity of the lead, for the click, for the impression, like on Facebook, you're paying for the lead. You're actually paying for the lead. The lead comes in, boom, then you pay, not for the opportunity of a potential lead, but you're paying for the lead. And you can actually go through and listen to the phone call. So you as an agency owner could listen to the phone call that it had with the business owner, that potential lead had with the business owner, and go, well, the business owner didn't close it, but it was a good lead. Or, oh, well, that was not a good lead at all. And you can actually dispute that with Google and get your money back. There's never been a better way to reach out. There's never been a better way or better form of marketing ever. And so this is something that's, like I said, not crazy new, but there are only 70 different industries on the planet that are allowed to run Google LSAs. So if you fall into a category, let's say, I'm trying to think of one that doesn't run LSAs right now. Let's say it's like, hang on, let me think.
Could we see that list, Tom? Can we pull that list up?
We're going to pull up the list. There's 70 different industries. All right, guys. So here is the list of every single industry as of right now in 2026 or May of 2026. They're going to add more, obviously. There used to only be 3. Now there's 70 different options here. So let's go through a couple of them. I'm not going to go through every single one, but we have home service. This is perfect. This is probably my favorite category to work with. So we've got appliance repair, carpenters, carpet cleaning companies, electricians. We've got junk removal. That one's going to be huge. I can't wait to film for one of those. We've got landscapers. We've got lawn care. We got locksmiths, which is kind of interesting. Pest control, plumbers, pool cleaning. That was big. Next, we have finance, real estate, and law. These are not my favorite. I would kind of stay away from these just because of what I'm going to talk about next. I don't think they're great to film for. I don't think they're a very visually appealing type of business, but they are still in here if you guys want to work in that category. And then next, we've got education, people care, pet care, which is crazy, which is like pet adoption, pet grooming, pet training. These are all things I just filmed for a pet grooming company. And then on my channel, I talked about how to set her up on everything that she needs with GoHighLevel. And I was blown away. I could not believe how important GoHighLevel was for, an industry like pet grooming. You don't even think about that.
And by the way, guys, real quick, if you're interested in seeing that video that Dom created, because it's an absolute masterpiece, drop the comment pet groomer down below and we'll hook you up with it.
Yeah, awesome.
Continue, Dom. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a great video. And if you're an affiliate of ours, then you actually get the actual promo, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. Next, we have wellness and healthcare. Dental's an interesting one. I think it's too intricate for me. I think there's too many moving parts with their softwares. But we've also got wellness over here. Yoga studio, huge. That's a really good one. Personal trainer, huge. Acupuncturist, I've never even seen that, but I think that would be a really good one to visually film or see on social media as well. So yeah, I mean, here's the list. I mean, if you guys were curious about which industries you should go after, what are your favorite ones to go after, or what are my or Declan's favorite ones to go after, here's your list right here. I mean, because it's not only about being able to work with these companies with GoHighLevel, which of course you can. There's nothing in here. There's no single industry in here that you cannot connect to GHL. It doesn't exist. Window repair, easily. Water damage, you can connect. Tree service, massive. Definitely. And not a lot of people go after tree service. They make thousands of dollars in just a couple hours, guys. Trust me, they all have the money to be able to do this. But now being able to set these guys up on LSAs, as long as it's, functioning and working in that area, then you're good to go, because they're going to have tons of leads coming in, which is the number one problem that you see with these small businesses. And then your GHL is going to be the backbone of it. It's just going to be the CRM. So that's why it's so important for me to kind of target the businesses that have Google LSA. If you're ever worried about, who am I going to target? Boom, right here. Go to this list.
So Dom, let's now go over how to reach out to these businesses, because you showed us all the niches that you love working with that are really great. So now everyone watching knows, okay, this is who we can go after. We know kind of the avatar, so to speak, which is kind of any service-based business, but that list is really quality. But now it's like, how do we reach out to them? How do we get the paying clients? What's the next step in this process?
Well, first off, there's tons of different ways. I mean, word of mouth obviously is huge. It depends on which town you're in. I'm in my hometown. I actually came back to my hometown of Springfield, where I know basically everyone. So that's super easy. It's a lot easier for me here, but you can't deny that I didn't do this in Scottsdale, Arizona, where I didn't know anybody. I did this in Scottsdale with 5 or 6 different industries in a month and a half. I don't know anybody. I think Declan's the only person I really know outside of my family, and he just moved there. So you can't sit here and tell me like, oh, well, Dom knows people there. That's not true.
No,
Literally, I mean, Phoenix is huge and Scottsdale is pretty big too. And so I just reached out on Instagram, and this is what I say, and this is what I do. I just tell them I want to film a free promo video for them. I only want it to be 30 seconds to a minute long, very quick, very easy. And I think it'll go great for their company. They can use it for whatever they want. I'm not going to charge them. I'm literally going to do it for free. They get very confused by that, because that is kind of a confusing thing. And don't worry, I'm going to show you guys an alternative to this if you don't want to meet up, if you don't want to film or whatever. I'm just letting you know, you guys come to us for the best situation, the best methods to getting clients. This is the best one. I'm not going to lie to you. So I tell them that, and then they of course go, "What? Why would you? I don't understand. Why would you film for free?" And then I explain it in a very simple way. I'm like, "Look, this is what I do. I'm a software guy. I'm able to do anything that you want, literally anything you want tech wise, and I can do it for a very affordable rate. If you want to talk about that, that's totally fine. But for right now, guys, I just want to film the promo. I like filming them. I think it's great for my channel, and it helps me reach out to tons of different business owners. And it is by far the best way for small businesses to grow. If they're not posting on social media, they're doing something extremely wrong. So that's all I say. That's it. I just said that in 20 seconds? It's not that hard. You can do that on a cold call. You can do that on a DM, whatever you want to do. Also on DMs, I send voice messages. I don't know if I've told you guys that before. Everyone always asks me like, what's your script? What's your script? I'm like, it's no script. I don't like copy and paste. I send a voice message to 3 or 4 junk removal companies. I send a voice message to 5 or 6 pet grooming companies, whatever it is. And then that way they know that it's like more personal. They know it's coming from me.
And one thing real quick, Tom, sorry to interrupt, that's really
Yep.
important is if you guys want help with, learning how to send proper voice messages, proper prospecting strategies with the 30-day free trial link down below. I'm not going to go too in depth on this right now, but we do have live calls with me, Dom, and a bunch of other people where we'll actually help you customize something that is, fits your kind of needs and whatnot. So just to know that if you want to go a step further, we give away all of that for free, but we'll talk about that later. Continue though. I just wanted to make that note.
And also I send them my previous work. So a lot of times you can say all these things, you can talk the talk, but can you actually see what I've done? Can you see the promo videos that I've made in the past for landscapers, for the dog groomer, for junk removal, for any of these different services that I filmed for? Can you understand what I'm trying to do in 60 seconds? Because when you say, oh, let me make a 60-second promo, what does that really mean? That's such a broad statement. So when I show them, they all go, oh, wow. A lot of it's just a time lapse video. It's just really quick. I like to show the job being done. I like to show the full thing. So even if it's a 4-day retaining wall job or a 5-day deck job, we're building a giant deck, I know how to do that in 60 seconds. I know how to do it. And I actually show you guys how to do it too. But that's what's so important. And that's what I would say 99% of small businesses have no idea how to do. I mean, of course, they don't know how to use GoHighLevel, which is great for us. But in my perspective and in my experience, the entryway point is through the filming, because I know they're never going to do it. They're just never going to do it. And because it's hard. You have to remember, like, it's hard for them to do it while they're still doing the job, while they're performing the job. They don't have time to go out there and film all the time. It's tough. And that's not the point. The point is not to film every single job. The point is to get that promo so that they can run ads or whatever they need to do it. It's also to build trust. I'm building trust with them. They want to work with me long term. The whole reason we're making this video right now with Declan is because I just did this again. I came back to Springfield within 4 freaking days. I had a meeting with a landscaper that I'd never met with before in my life. I'd never met with this person ever. Even though he's in Springfield, I still never met with him because technically he was a competitor of my old landscaping company. So I would have never met with him anyway. But either way, I met with him in the first time. I wore my meta glasses. I showed the meetup. I showed what I said. I showed how I talked to him. And I showed him my demo website that I made for him too. Not only did I show him the videos and the promo videos for landscaping that I had done in the past, but I showed him a demo website, which is the next thing that we're going to talk about. Because a lot of people who are watching this might not want to go film. They don't want to download CapCut and go edit and boom, boom, boom. That's totally fine. Do I think that's the best way? 100%. Do I think there's other ways? 100%. I think that building the demo site was enough for him. I do think that. When I showed him the demo site, he didn't even really care about me going out to film. Like, yes, of course he wanted me to, but he immediately said, where do I sign up? Like, that's a cool site and I need everything you just said.
Perfect.
That was it. That was it. And so like he kept saying, name a price. And I was like, well, I don't always name a price because I don't know what they want yet. So a lot of times it's me breaking down what they want. So it's like, okay, he clearly wanted the site, but then I'm like, but you need A2P approval. We're going to have to get you that phone number, and phone numbers cost a little bit of money. So then I have to break down that price. And then I have to break down, okay, do you want LSAs? He really wanted Google LSAs. As soon as you explain to people what an LSA is, they give you the card, dude. They just give you the card. Set me up. How do I get Google LSA? They have no idea how to run Facebook ads. It's crazy, man. The more you talk to these people, these business owners, this guy is a multimillionaire. The guy that I'm talking about right now, multimillionaire. He has one of the biggest lawn care companies in my town. He's been running it for, I think, 17 years. He's trying to sell it actually, but he's super successful. It's not like we're dealing with an idiot here or somebody that doesn't have any money and can't afford $300 a month or $400 a month. The guy's already spending thousands of dollars a month on all of his marketing and everything else. And it's just not working, because if you go and look at it, if you're me or Declan and you look at that marketing, what he has for his Facebook ads, for his Google ads, and for his website, you just go, oh, this will never work. You could pour $10,000 a month into this. It will not work. If the machine doesn't work, why are you putting gas in it? Why are you putting oil in it? It doesn't make any sense anyway. So that's kind of what he's doing. And that's what so many businesses are doing, which leads me, this is actually, Declan doesn't know I'm going to talk about this, but I'm going on a local podcast next week. Local podcast, will it get millions of views? Absolutely not. This video right here will probably get more views than the local podcast, and that's totally fine. The local podcast is specifically for businesses in my hometown to watch. So when they watch it, what do you think I'm going to talk about on that podcast? I'm going to talk about everything I just said. I'm going to be like, dude, this is what these business owners are doing wrong in Springfield. I want to meet up with visually appealing businesses. I'm going to list off a bunch of them. I'm going to list off the ones that you just saw on the Google LSA screenshot. And then I'm going to be like, and if you guys want to, work with me and reach out to me or whatnot, let's get some videos done. I want to get some promos done. Like I actually might have to hire a third-party team to go film these for me because I'm going to have so many requests. That's how many I know I'm going to have. And then it becomes so easy for me to kind of be like, okay, now that we have the video done, your website sucks, and let's try to fix this and let's try to fix that, because nobody has A2P anymore. Let's be real, guys. Yeah. Nobody has it. They don't even know really what's happening. Because I asked the landscaping guy, I'm like, what do you do for texting? And he's like, he just holds up his phone, his Samsung. And I'm like, that's not it, man. You can't automate that.
Yeah, dude, people are living in the Stone Age, man.
But it's because they have to. Like nobody knows how to do A2P. Like if you're not one of us. And by the way, you don't have to do that. I even told them that. I'm like, we'll probably set you up in the beginning without A2P, and we'll set you up with like the AI chatbot that's built into the internal chat inside of GHL, which of course I show you guys how to do. So does Declan, to where you can just chat with someone right there and then go straight to a phone call or whatever you need to do, or go straight to filling out the form within the AI chatbot, which I also did for him for free. I built the entire thing, which is super easy to do if you know how to use the knowledge base and how to set all that up in GHL. If you don't, go watch our videos. We make tons of them on it. I even filmed the process of me doing exactly what I'm saying. Everything from start to finish with this client I'm talking about is filmed. It's literally filmed. You guys can watch from start to finish everything I did. And then we're going to get all the way to the credit card at the end. It might take me another week because we are going to go through the A2P approval process and everything else. But I wanted to show you guys, like, it is true. Affiliates really do this. Like, this is how it's done from start to finish, how to get clients, how to set them up, and how to get paid, and how to have a happy client. A lot of people are like, oh, I have a client, but they're not happy. They don't understand what I'm doing. It's like, okay, then you're doing something wrong. So let's break down exactly what you're doing. I hate that question. The question is like, what am I selling? What am I actually these companies? I'm like, oh man, I was like, if you don't know, you haven't played around with GHL enough, or you just don't understand the premise of what we're trying to accomplish here. So anyway, that is the long-winded answer of some of the methods that I would use to reach out and kind of what I'm trying to position myself as, whether it's a videographer, and then you kind of ease your way into the software stuff, because that is something that I do all the time. And I even showed that on one of the calls. I did a cold calling video. It was kind of a lukewarm call with the dog groomer because I had already messaged her before, and I said, can we get on a call and I'll just explain it better. And so when I explained it better, of course, I only talked about, the video, the promo video. And she's just like, okay, well, what else do you do? It's like, you're doing this for free. I don't understand who you are or why you would do that or how you gain anything from just filming a free video for me and then leaving forever. And I was like, well, I'm a software guy. Like, that's what I do. So anything with marketing, anything with your website, if you have any problems with that, like, do you struggle tech wise? They always say yes. They always say yes. So they say, oh, I have a marketing agency, but it's not really working out. The amount of times I hear that is rages. And I'm not coming in there to swoop in and take away from their marketing agency. I just think that marketing agency probably isn't using GHL or not using it correctly. So a lot of times I'll even say, you can have the marketing agency. I don't want to run your ads really.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do it. I'll try, now that LSA is out, I can technically do it super easily because it's set and forget. You never have to do anything again. But I'm not going to run your Facebook ads. No chance. I'll never run Facebook ads for a company. It's too much work. So you can keep your marketing agency. I love that. I love when I'm able to go keep your marketing agency. You can probably get a better price. You're charging, or if they're charging like $1,000 a month, you might be able to lower that to like 500, and then just be like, and I'm going with Dom, or I'm going with this person with the software. And then the marketing agency, of course, will just use the software as admins or whatnot. But I've done that multiple times. I'm actually looking at meeting up with people who you guys would think would be my competitors in town. We have 3 major marketing agencies in town. I know all 3 of them. I know all 3 of the owners now, and they all know me. And they're probably, the last thing they probably expect is to get a call from me that says, hey, let's work together. They're probably just like, what? Why would we work with you? Or why do you want to work with us at all? And I'd be like, because I don't want to run all the marketing stuff.
Exactly.
I want to do it. But you guys need to be using my software. Like, that's just, and they have, one of them has 180 clients. The other one has 350 clients. Like, they have the clients. So imagine hooking up one of those with GHL in the correct way now with AI Studio and AI chatbots, and then getting a percentage of 180 clients on one go. That's called a gold, like, that's a golden client, or a golden connection, whatever you want to call it, where you can get so much more off of just one thing. So that's another way. There's, like, I could just sit here and name, like, I could just go off on a tangent of so many different ways to reach out.
We actually just let you guys know at the end of this video, we're going to be linking a video that's called 25 different ways to get clients on Go High Level. It's a masterpiece. It has over I think 10 hours of content. One of Dom's videos is in there. So make sure you guys watch at the end because it's going to explain all of that. But Dom, let's show them exactly how you go through and film the promo and you do all of this stuff.
Okay, so this is where it gets super crazy because it is kind of hard to film myself filming the promo, but I did it. So I went out of my way a couple days ago and yesterday. I've been doing this like a lot lately because I feel like this is the behind the scenes content that people really want to see. Affiliates and YouTubers like me, Declan, for a long time, have just shown you guys the product. We show you this is what it looks like after, or this is what you do after. But showing it being done is a crazy concept that not a lot of people do. So I spent a long time and a lot of editing, and I use my Meta glasses because those are the best ones to use by far. And I basically showed all the different angles, everything that I do. I showed how simple it is. It does not take a rocket scientist by any means whatsoever. If you have an iPhone, if you have literally an iPhone just like this, or use your parents' iPhone or an old phone, whatever it is, just use an iPhone. You do not need a crazy $5,000 camera. I actually think it comes out worse when you use a better camera. I think having a regular iPhone is the best. And then I use a tripod. The tripods are good. You don't want to sit there and have like a shaky phone. So you definitely want to use a tripod. You can get them for 30 bucks, 40 bucks at Best Buy. Mine's like a super, super, super nice one. I think it's $80. And that's because I make sure it doesn't move an inch. It's a more stable one, but that's it. And so when you're filming a service-based industry, when you're filming my dog grooming video, by the way, I had no tripod, didn't bring a tripod. So I was able to do that with no tripod, literally film the whole thing. And it's just on my iPhone. And I show myself filming that as well. But with landscaping, stuff like that takes hours and hours, you want a tripod. No one's going to sit there all day just holding a camera for 5 hours. So yeah, I take you through the entire process, which is insane. And we can play that video, we can dub that in, and you guys can watch part of that of truly like everything. Me on the job site, me with the cameras, I do some drone shots. If you guys are interested in drone shots, I have those in there. You don't have to have them in the promo. I just do it because it builds the connection a little bit better. You know, if you're going out and filming drone shots for free for a landscaping company, they're going to love you. Do you know how expensive it is to hire a drone expert and go get drone shots? It's very expensive because drones cost over $1,000. So they're going to charge you hundreds and hundreds of dollars an hour to have someone go out there and do that. And this random kids coming out and doing it for free, yeah, they're going to want to work with you. So that's the only reason I brought the drone out, and it just looks really good for landscaping jobs. So if we want to edit that in, then you guys can come behind the scenes and watch me make an entire promo from start to finish.
Let's do it, man. Let's start that right now.
All right, guys, we are officially here on site. I told you I was going to meet up with them in the morning. I left at about 7 a.m. It's landscaping, so rise and shine. You got to grind it out in the morning. I'm going to walk away from the truck. It gets a little bit loud, but basically we're working in a nice, beautiful neighborhood called Panther Creek. Nice country club neighborhood. And they want a retaining wall. Nice little, I think, 30-foot retaining wall. We've got a lot of rock we got to lay down. We've got the excavator and the mini skid. It's going to be perfect. And I will see you guys when we start. All right, guys, so I've got everything that I need to film. We will be doing some drone shots for this just because I have the drone, but a lot of you guys watching don't have a nice DJI Mavic Mini 3 Pro. So for anyone watching who's just trying to film promo videos and kind of do exactly what I do, 95% of the shots that we take today will be done from a simple iPhone on a simple tripod. Which is super cool because anyone can do it. Just like my dog grooming video, anybody can do that. Pretty good. It's gonna come out really nice. Very excited to show you guys the different angles that we take. It's in a little bit of an awkward position, the retaining wall. It's not necessarily in the open where all the sunlight can hit it, but you know, we can't control that. I've got extra phones here just in case one dies, but I mean, for this job, it'll be done hopefully in a single day. If not, we'll finish it tomorrow morning, but I think we're gonna have it done in one day. And mainly we're just gonna find an angle that we like, and then we're gonna film it from there. And we're gonna do a time-lapse video, of course, because why work harder than we need to, you know? So we'll set this up, we'll do a time-lapse video, and all of it is really about finding the right angle, and sometimes that's harder to do. I bet you could use ChatGPT to explain like which angle is going to capture the best shot. I like to do it in a way where you can see as much happening as possible. So I think they're gonna start here, which is good because it's in the sunlight. Obviously in the shade, we're not gonna be able to see a lot. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what we're filming too. They're doing a big retaining wall. If you guys don't know what a retaining wall is, I mean, that's a retaining wall, but it's made of wood. I believe they're doing a stone retaining wall, I would assume. But basically they're gonna have to dig all of this to build the structure of the wall out. I think it's gonna be like 30 feet. I think it's gonna come all the way out to here. This one should be kind of fun to film. Once again, still in the dark. It would be nicer if it was out in the sun. The video would come out a lot clearer and a lot better, but you know, you gotta work with what you have. So it won't be the most clear video, but you know, iPhones do a good job, so we should be fine. And we can always brighten it up in the edit. But as you can see, we got the iPhone we're turning on right here, and we're gonna spend most of our time in the time-lapse mode. See, look at how clear that is. I don't know if you can tell, but that's just ridiculously clear. And then when you go down here, it gets a little dark. But ultimately, when I'm choosing an angle that I take, I love these tripods because I can kind of just angle it any way that I want, and it's just so structurally sound. It doesn't really move an inch. So if they were doing from here to here, this is a great angle. Like, this is just a really good angle. You could also argue that this could be a good angle if they're in the way, if they have a machine in the way. That'll happen all the time. But as you can see, they've got that machine coming in, so I'm gonna make sure that I have the right angle for that. And I'm gonna fly the drone in a second here too. So let me get the drone up. And the drone, like I said, you guys don't need to do this. It's by no means required. It's just, I'm trying to build a good relationship with this company, so free drone shots. I mean, you can't turn that down, guys. They're also really good for before and afters. We never film in landscape mode. We always film horizontally like this. So let me just kind of get some before shots here. I could also do some video, so I like to do, whenever I'm doing a drone shot, in case anybody is wondering how I do these drone shots, I like to move. Moving drone shots are the best, but they have to be really good, clear movements like that. Very stable movements. I'm barely pressing on anything here, and it comes out just so good when you're doing like those before and after. See, I'm barely moving. See, that was too much. See, I'd already delete that. I would already scrap that video. So we're just barely moving. We're doing these nice little before shots. If you guys learn this, this is a really, really good skill to learn. And then we can go up like this. See the guys, looks perfect. It'll be such a good before and after. I'm gonna go grab some before shots from this side. Beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff coming. Got a lot of cool stuff coming in this video. So either way, I will come back to this when I am ready to film the really important stuff, which of course is the time-lapse video for when they bring the machines in and they start digging. Then I'll turn this back on and we'll get to recording. All right guys, so we've got the angle right here. Like I said in the beginning, we've got some shade. We're gonna figure out a way around it. I mean, it's still really clear. We can obviously go into the edit and turn up the saturation, turn up the different contrast and the brightness and things like that, but ultimately this is still gonna look really good. It's gonna be kind of hard to hear with the excavator going, but hopefully my boy Dalton can squeeze on through here, get this wall down. We're breaking the wall down. I'm gonna keep it exactly where it is. Hopefully this camera does not move. We've got it on the tripod we got from Best Buy. It's like 60 bucks, 70 bucks. Anybody can buy one of these and set this stuff up. It doesn't take a rocket scientist by any means. So we're gonna set it up with this angle. We're gonna try to get this time-lapse video, and of course I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like when it's all said and done. But yeah, Dalton's gonna grab this out, and then they're gonna dig kind of a trench here, and that's where the base of the new retaining wall is gonna be. So really cool, really easy to film these type of videos, and retaining wall videos do great on TikTok, they do great on Instagram, they do great on Facebook ads, Google ads, anything like that. So I'm excited to get this over to Chris and see what we can do when it's all done. I will see you guys when we do the next angle. All right guys, check it out. We've got time lapse. I moved here because he's starting to dig right there. So I got a little close here, but I think the video is going to come out great. We have a gas line somewhere over here, so he didn't want to hit it. He wanted to avoid it. So we're starting in this spot. No glare. It actually is working out pretty well, even when we're in the shade. When filming, you have to realize that if your phone is also in the shade and not in the sun, then it actually turns out pretty clear. So just an iPhone, setting it up just like this. This is our second angle of the day. I also have a time lapse going. It's actually called a hyperlapse video. So this is gonna go super quick. It's actually taking a photo every, I think, 2 seconds or 1 second. And then it takes 750 photos, puts it all together, and you get a really cool hyperlapse. I'll play it, but I don't think this shot's gonna be very good. I just think that, you know, the drone is not in the best position. It's kind of windy, and you guys don't need drones to do this. It's just for me to get some cool transition shots. But yeah, either way, I will show you guys what all these look like, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I edit it as well. But either way, here we go, guys. We're going to continue this angle, and then I really want to get an angle up there where the sun is like actually shining, but I can't do that until they're working up there. So just, you know, go at your own pace, go at their pace, and film what they're doing. It's not that hard, guys. Pretty easy. All right, guys, one last update before we move on to the next step. I saw that the sun is right here, so we have almost a perfect spot for the sun beaming down. I don't think we've ever had this good of a spot yet. Obviously we have a little shadow here, but look at that shot, guys. That's unbelievable. I actually might, because I know they're digging up here, I might move to right here and get a close shot right here. Try to move it over to the left as much as I can. Check this out, guys. This right here, boom. You can't tell me this is gonna be the sickest shot of the day. As long as we keep that sun, we don't have anything going through, no clouds, we're good to go, guys. There we go. Now we're gonna get that shot. Like I said, this is all gonna be really quick, like really fast paced. When you see me edit this, you're gonna be like, Dom, why'd you even film that? You didn't even use that video. It's because it's way better to have more videos that you don't use than missing a shot and being like, wow, I really missed the shot that would have made this video perfect. So I try to film as much as I can during these times, and you know, we can repurpose these videos, use them for so many different reasons. So that's what I'm doing. We're trying to get all these different angles, and I'm gonna show you guys how to use this in every way, shape, and form possible, how to go to other landscaping companies, how to go to lawn care companies and be able to show them the content and what you can do for them. So we will catch you when he finishes this digging session. He's gonna dig the trench out right here, and then we can finally start working on, hopefully, I think we're gonna lay the rock down, and then we can do the stones. All right, guys, we're back again. I know you love hearing my voice. We moved the camera again. We were up there a little bit. The sun is like kind of in the perfect position right now. It's just a very awkward angle in general. I mean, trying to get all these angles is very, very difficult with this specific job, which is just proof if we can pull this one off, we can do anything. But yeah, when you're working in a tight space like this and you've got machines moving and guys moving, trying to have the perfect angle is one of the more difficult things that you're going to be doing, especially when Edward here is just standing right in front of the camera. I mean, it's just unbelievable, Edward. But, you know, I can't really tell him what to do, so that's kind of where we're at. But solid, there we go. Now he's moving, Thanks, Edward. Everything's looking good here. I love it, and I do think this video is going to come out absolutely amazing, especially when we start laying down the stone. They're going to start here, finish way back here, and I think they're going to knock it out really quickly with 4 guys, so I might even help them. Who knows? Kind of miss it, so we'll see what happens. I will be back. Every once in a while, you guys get the shot. This is the shot. This is the best shot of the whole day from what I've seen. The angle's perfect. Everything's solid. I'm not going to be able to hear myself speak for a second here, but I mean, this is a great shot. I can't wait to see how this comes out in the time lapse. He's obviously pouring the rock right here. He has to be very careful so he doesn't fall in. OSHA rules and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't even know if you guys can hear me, but amazing shot. You worked very hard to find this exact angle and this shot. I'm excited. I mean, this is just, am I the only one that gets pumped up for this? I can't be the only one getting excited for this. The sun is in the perfect spot. Everything's great. We got the sun right here. Oh my goodness. maybe it's just me, guys, but I'm excited. This might be my opening shot. This might be it. There's nothing better. All right, guys, we are filming one of the more important angles of the day. I kind of came back to where I was. I knew they were starting over here, so I want to make sure I get that angle filmed. That's why we're doing from this side, even though it's kind of in the shade. Sun's not in a horrible position, so it'll look a lot better when we start doing the angle over there. But for right now, this isn't bad. It's gonna look good, and we're just gonna take this phone and do some transition shots. You guys will see all that in post. But yeah, they're measuring it out, making sure it all looks good. Once that base is done, they're also going to be able to do this much faster. So that's where we're probably going to pull the drone out again and kind of get a hyperlapse video of that. But for right now, this is kind of all you need. Just a couple of different angles like this for when they're actually building the wall, which is what most people want to see. Not everybody cares about the digging and the rock laying. It's more so they want to see the wall being built. So these are the most important shots that we're going to have of the day. So just wanted to show you guys. Not too difficult here. And I will catch you on the next angle, next video here. All right, guys, we are on one of the most important shots of the day, which is going to be the entire layer of the wall. This part goes a lot faster than the base. Now that the base is done, this we should fly through this, just setting everything up. So this is the angle that I took. I'm going to show you guys how I edit this, of course, but also what this looks like, not on the meta glasses, but in real life. And yeah, hopefully I don't have to move the camera. I know we're going to have the skid steer here kind of stop right here so we don't have to mess with the camera angle. But let's see. Hopefully we don't have to move it too much. Clouds have taken control, I'll be honest. But, you know, it still looks really good, and we'll brighten it up in post, and it'll look great. You know, it doesn't matter. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great shot. See you when it's done. All right, guys, we are here a few days later. They are completely done with the job, almost completely. They're going to put sod down, but they're not doing that for a long time. And I decided, you know, we're not going to sit here and wait a month or however long that takes. So we're just going to do the final shots right now. There we go. And I'm going to do the drone just to get these real quick. But honestly, I think most of the shots are just going to be done with the phone, because I don't think the drone's going to be able to get in and get this shot that I need. But let's try it, man. Here we go. So it's like, can we get this shot right here? Maybe. We're kind of just slowly. Not bad. I don't hate it. I don't like that you can kind of see the drone, but that's more my problem, you know, the little shadow right there. I don't love that. Let me see if I can get something like overhead, because I just have no room to work with, guys. It's very difficult. And we're probably not even going to use this footage, but might as well just take it now. You can see me in the back. I don't love that either. That's it. Yeah, see, that's not going to work. For that reason, I think the only thing I can do is kind of just that shot that we had before, where you kind of overlook the water right there. And we kind of just go like this. And then we go like out. Jeez, the wind just took the drone like crazy. And then we go like that. And then we do that. And that right there might be the last shot of the day. Boom. Beautiful. We like working in these nice country club neighborhoods. Gives us good backdrops. Now we're done with that. Let's go land her. I think she's right above my head. So we're going to land that drone. I'm going to take my phone. Oh my God, really right above my head. We're going to take my phone, and we're going to get the last shots on the phone, which is going to be so much better because I can really control the angles there. This drone just was tough. Either way, I'll see you guys in like 10 seconds when I walk over there. All right, guys, we are back, and this is the final product. Like I said, they're gonna put sod down here. We don't have time to do the whole sod thing. I just won't. I mean, I might be here for that still, and maybe I can film that later. But for right now, it's like we gotta get this video out. We're in a time crunch, so I'm just gonna record very smooth transitions. You know, it's not gonna be much, but I don't want to be in it like that shadow right there. I don't want to be in it, so I'm just gonna go from here to here is fine, and then we're gonna take my phone. We're gonna bring it down here. Very muddy. It's not good for these shoes, but it's all right. This could be a good shot right here. Boom. Love it. And then we want to get behind the scenes, which is like, wow, we got a lot of mud on my shoe. All right. This could be a good shot right here. Except I kind of want to, there we go. Okay. And then of course, this one right here to showcase what we actually did. Beautiful. Beautiful. Can we get behind here? If we can, it'll be amazing. I just don't know if we can. Yeah, I don't know if we can. Okay. Maybe like, or maybe like it's a tough one to film, guys. I'll be honest. This is a little harder than I anticipated. I like this. Actually, I really like this shot. It's a very good shot right here. You really see, that's it. There we go. That's a great shot. Let me make sure I'm showing you guys. Boom. I think we're going to end up doing that. Yes. Okay. Great separation of the walls here. This isn't a bad shot either. Can I do 0.5? Yeah. Let's do 0.5.
That looked so in depth. I appreciate you doing all that. But now that we saw how you did it, let's actually see the finished product. If you can show us that, Dom, so we can see the fruits of your labor and what this actually equates to after editing and whatnot.
Yeah, guys, that's the whole point. What does it actually look like? What did all those camera movements and the tripod and the time lapse, all of it together? What is the promo video that's going to get this landscaper on my side, probably for life? Well, let's play it right now.
Check out this amazing retaining wall job we just did here in Panther Creek. It was a nice little one-day residential job where we started by removing the original wall and then digging out a trench to put in the new retaining wall. It was a tight squeeze, but we were still able to manage avoiding all of the bushes and trees in the neighbor's yard. After everything was dug out, we then started to pour the rock. This is how we build that strong foundation so that everything is perfectly leveled. We then go over that rock base with a tamper, and that's how we even it all out. Now it's time for the fun part, building the wall. Each and every block gets filled with more rock so it is as stable as possible, and then of course we add the drainage pipe right next to it and bury it all in even more rock. Trust me guys, this wall is not going anywhere. After we've added a few layers to the wall, we then pull out the geogrid. This increases stabilization and keeps that wall more structurally sound than it already was. We then add yet another layer of rock and more landscaping fabric to prevent those weeds from growing up next to the retaining wall. After we cover everything in the original dirt, we start working on the caps of the retaining wall. This gives it that nice smooth finish on top, and then we glue it together to finish the product. And there you go. That's how we here at Wellman's Lawn Care in Central Illinois make a retaining wall. If you happen to live in Springfield or Central Illinois and you need lawn care or landscaping, then make sure to call Wellman's Lawn Care and let's get your project set up in no time. Thanks guys.
Dude, that was amazing, man. I mean, and the thing that I'm always telling people is like, and we talked about this in our last video, but like if you show people like one of those promos, it blows them away. I know they don't have to do the drone shots, but little things like that, business owners love seeing themselves and their business on video, especially when it's well done, CapCut's free and all this stuff. Again, I'm not guaranteeing you guys anything, but it is a really really easy way to get clients. And I know that you actually have something special for everybody, which is you give these videos out for people to use. So Dom, let's walk people through that, because this is like a cheat code. I have not seen any other affiliate do this, and we are literally giving them free templates. So quickly walk through that, and then let's show them how to get into our community and how they get this.
Well, actually, let me take you into the community and show you what it looks like, because this is how you get them and this is what they are. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. So once you become an affiliate of Declan or I, you get put in the High Level AI SaaS Lab, which is the best community and the best learning center you could ever have for GHL. I'm talking everything you could ever want: snapshots, client getting systems, sales scripts, AI prompts, all this stuff is in here. But check this out, guys. Right here in the learning section at the bottom right, we've got Dom's bonuses. We're going to click on that. And this is where you get all my videos, all my white labeled content. I got the AI Studio demo video, chat widget demo. These are real life demos that are white labeled. My face is not in them. My voice is in them. And then I show the screen and everything's really, really good. And I have ones with captions, ones without, ones you can translate. I mean, anything that you guys want, take these videos. This is my life. This is my life work. Like, this is what I think I'm best at doing, in my opinion. And you just get it. And so why does that matter? Why do you care to have promo videos of like a pool cleaning guy or food service or waste management or car detailing or landscaping? Why does that matter? Because this is how I get clients. I send these videos. I'm going to make a demo on Google LSA, so you don't have to explain it to someone. You just send my 30-second, 60-second promo right there, or demo right there. And then they go, okay, you got to get them to watch it. But once they watch it, I think their minds will be blown and they'll go, okay, I need whatever this is. That's what the point is. That's why this is so important. And that's why it should be so important to anybody watching this who hasn't picked an affiliate yet, or who just wants to be in the best affiliate program on the planet.
Well, the crazy thing is too, is guys, we're giving these to you for free. This is no upsell. This isn't, oh, hey, get in and pay us 5 to 10K. You're getting all of Dom's hard work for free. So what you can do with these is you can use these to get clients. And look, we have so many niches. We have so many different things. People love the white label stuff. But more importantly, your clients and leads love this stuff. And guys, the reason we created this community is we saw a huge gap in this high level space where people's bonuses, honestly, they didn't really have anything. It was just some outdated courses and some basic materials. But with this, it's like we have legitimate resources and lead magnets done for you, tested by 2 of the best affiliates, and they're yours for free. Like, guys, I don't want to make guarantees and I don't want to say things like cheat code, but like, there is no one else offering what we're offering. We not only have all these trainings, but Dom, if you go over to events, we have something that no one else does, which is we give away 7 live coaching calls every single week for free. That way, when you're learning, you also get that help and that handholding you need, whether you are an existing agency owner wanting to scale or, a beginner. And this is why this is so powerful. Say you go into Dom's bonuses and you grab one of these white label videos and you're like, okay, this is awesome, but what do I do now? Even if you're still confused, you can just hop on one of the calls that's every single day for free.
Hey guys, what is up?
So not only are you getting these incredible white label videos that literally took Dom hours, if not days to create, you are getting the one-on-one help to help you implement. I mean, Dom, all hype aside, is there anyone even doing anything remotely like this? Again, if you guys can find someone, I will literally give you a bonus, but I know there's no one else that is doing what we do.
I've been in the affiliate game for over 4 years now. I've been on GoHighLevel for almost 5 years, which is crazy, a little over 4.5. And I can confidently say, and I'm not trying to talk bad about other affiliates, but the affiliate game has always kind of been a referral program. Hey, I'm going to refer you to GoHighLevel. And so that's all it ever was for a very, very long time. It was, I'm going to refer you. And if you use me, then thank you. And then it kind of started to transition in, oh, if you use my referral link, I'll give you a snapshot. Then it was like, if you use my referral link, I'll give you, a one-on-one call, whatever it may be. Like, this started to get a little more advanced. And then now we're seeing people give AI prompts and all this other stuff. But in my opinion, I think everything is kind of stopped about here. And then we took it way outside of the camera here. I mean, it's so outrageous. Well, it's like, guys, we give clients away. Like, I don't want to say anything too crazy, but we might give away the landscaping client. And is that not nuts that I just went and filmed and did all that stuff and worked my butt off for hours, days, and then I give the client away, someone that could be paying $500 a month, 300, 400, whatever it is, like I'm giving that away. So that's where we start to get into this position where it's, I don't think, no offense, I don't want to sound arrogant when I say this, I don't know how anybody could compete. I don't know how it's possible. We have two guys that are the top affiliates. You know, I was the number one affiliate in the world in 2022 and 2023 back to back. Declan's the number one affiliate in the world in 2026. Like, we've got two of the best affiliates of all time in the whole world working together, which no other affiliate has been able to do.
We also, just sorry to interrupt, Dom, but really important note too is that there is no other affiliates that I know of that actively own service-based businesses that have also won awards. I mean, guys, the whole point of this, even with the coaches, is that the vast majority of people out here, and this is even outside the affiliate space, any of your guru guys, they're just good at selling you shit. Me and Dom have actually done the thing, not only that we're telling you to do, but on top of that, we are one of the guys that we sell to. Like, it literally covers every dimension, like every single dimension. And I think that's why, again, no guarantees here or promises, but like, that's why I think we get people such good results, because there is a level deeper we can go with you guys where it's like, dude, we are service-based business. We know the exact psychology it takes to get inside the head to go, oh, yeah, we know how to get the S's. Well, because we are them. We are literally both. And again, guys, this entire community, all of this stuff, the calls, the white label videos, the trainings, it is all free when you sign up with the link down below or upgrade. And you can also sign up with Dom's. You get all of our bonuses for free. Okay, we're working together, guys. You're not going to find this anywhere else. And if you're still like a little hesitant, click the link down below. You'll see testimonials, you'll see case studies, because we can yap all day, but there'll be other people yapping for us. And I really think, guys, it's a no-brainer at this point because it's free. And you can cancel after 30 days if you really hate it.
Which brings me into the final thing, which is anybody can make videos on Go High Level. Anyone can make tutorial videos. You're never going to be put in this box of going, oh, well, I have to sign up with this person, or I'm never going to learn Go High Level. I'm never going to learn how to build a website on AI Studio. That's not true. We've had videos on that for free for years, on how to build websites, on how to build chat widgets. All that stuff is free and should be free for the public no matter what. Like, you should be able to go on there. ChatGPT can tell you what to do. Whatever. Now we have Ask AI. Ask AI can tell you what to do. It can do it for you. So anything involving the base of GHL and the learning base of GHL, who cares? Like, you already get that. When signing up with an affiliate today, it should be based off of things that you cannot get from ChatGPT. You cannot get from Go High Level support chat. You cannot get from other affiliates. That's what you should be looking at. And if you're not looking at that, then, you know, good luck. All right, guys, one thing that is super important that I also get all the time, this is a very, very important question that you guys need the answer to, which is, okay, I filmed the promo video and they want to sign up, but what do I do next? What am I actually doing for them? And that is the question that we're going to answer. I'm actually going to show you, not just answer the question, I'm going to show you guys from start to finish what I did with that exact client. Now, there's a few more things that we're going to add in here, yeah, but how did we build the website based off of his original site? How did we use AI Studio to do that in like 10 freaking minutes? And then also, how did we build the chatbot to know everything about his business? Literally everything it knows. And by the way, there were a lot of moving parts in his website. I mean, he had like 15 working pages. He had a portal for you to pay for his membership, for his lawn care subscription. He had different memberships, gold memberships, platinum memberships. He had a whole page for employment services, how to hire people with an application process. I said, screw it. Let's have this chatbot know everything. Let's have this chatbot know how to collect the payment. Let's have this chatbot know everything about his business and when his hours are and which memberships he has. Let's let the chatbot know everything about who he's hiring. So now it knows how to hire the right people, how to ask the right questions. Oh, how old are you? Okay, you're over 18. How many years of experience do you have in lawn care? 5 years. Okay, do you have a bachelor's degree? Well, you know, whatever it is that they're going to ask. Like, take that application process that was on his original site, add it into the knowledge base inside of the Go High Level chatbot, and then boom, now he doesn't have to go and answer all those questions all the time. And it can also be your form. So instead of them filling out the application form, the chatbot asks that information, boom, spits it out to the owner or the front desk lady, whoever it is. So that's what I do, and I already filmed that. So we can play that for you guys right now.
How do we truly onboard Wellman's Lawn Care? Well, the first thing that we're going to do is add their sub account. We're going to create it from scratch. If you do not know how to add a sub account, you go to the agency view. So your dashboard should look like this. And then you go to sub accounts right here. And we're going to click on create new sub account up here at the top right. We have two options up here. We have SaaS account and regular account. A lot of you watching might not have two options. This basically depends if you're on the $497 SaaS Pro plan like me. I always tell people to start with regular account. And if you want to switch them over to SaaS, you can do that after they're already built. But whenever you're building a sub account for a customer and they haven't paid yet, I always tell people start with regular account, build it, and then collect payment information if you want to switch them over to SaaS, or just collect payment information whenever you want on a regular account. It doesn't really matter. We will cover that part as well. But for right now, let's click regular, and we will not be using any snapshot for this because we don't have to. So we're going to click select and continue. There are two different ways to do this. We can either click add manually and add all the information manually about the business and the business owner, or if they're on Google, we can find them right here. So let me check if they're on Google real quick, and check it out. They are right here in Springfield, Illinois. We're going to click here. This is them. This is their location. Click it. It's going to put in as much information as it can. It put in the address here, business phone line. We still need to do the first, last name, and email. So let's put that in right quick. These are all things that you can change, by the way. Sometimes I just put in my own information and then change it later. We're going to cover all of that in this video or the next. But for right now, I will put his information in here. So I'm just going to fill all that in and then skip ahead. Once you fill in all of that information, we're going to scroll down here and we have this is my client's account, or this is my own account. We're going to do this is my client's account. We do not need to include sample data. That's fine. And then we're going to click add sub account. And that's it. That's all you have to do to add a brand new sub account to your GoHighLevel agency. Now we're going to click on switch to sub account real quick. And this is where all the true onboarding occurs. So if I wanted to add Chris Wellman as a user under this account, there's a few different things that I would do. So I can just go to settings right here. I can go to my staff. I can click on add user, and then I could add in all of his personal information right here, including his password. On top of that, I can go to his roles and permissions, and I can add in all the roles and permissions too. Most of the stuff in here, he's not even going to be using. And let's be honest, guys, he has a front desk person to handle a lot of this for him. That's who I'm truly going to be adding to this. I'm also going to be adding some of the employees. So when we get to that point and I sit down with him and go over all the employees, all their information, what they get and what they don't get, then this part is going to be a lot easier, but we haven't gone over that yet. So for right now, we're going to skip the my staff section. Another really important part of the onboarding process is going to be under integrations. This is another thing that I'm going to do with him, but I will show you guys when we do it. It's very simple though. There are a few different integrations that he is going to want to add into his account. This is one of the first steps that you should do when onboarding a client. So if he uses Google Calendar, we're going to add that. His Google My Business account, of course, we're going to add that. All of his reviews will be integrated. His Facebook account, we're going to add that. His Facebook ad account, we're going to add that. His Google ad account, we're definitely adding that. That would be right here, Google Lead Ads. His QuickBooks, we can add that, but it's not really going to do much. LinkedIn, we can add. It's not going to do much either. Basically, what we're trying to do is we're trying to confine everything that he's doing in one place. We're trying to streamline his operations. He's got a lot going on, and we want to fix that. So we're only doing like 3 or 4 features max, especially in the onboarding process. And you're going to see a lot of those features being set up today. So once we have the integrations, I'm going to sit down with him and go over some of those. I basically need his login information in order to do that, or the smarter and easier method is just to add him as a staff member, of course, over here, which is what we were just doing. And once he's added as a staff member, he would just log into his own account on his own laptop, his own computer, and then he would have full access to integrate everything himself. I would walk him through that. I can do it on a Zoom call, or I can just do it in person. Super easy. I would rather do that method than having him send me all of his username and password information. Some clients are kind of weird about that, and rightfully so. So that's how I would fix that issue. While I'm in the settings tab, I'm going to go over here to labs, and I'm going to turn on a few different things. The first thing that I'm going to turn on, no matter what, is anything to do with Ask AI. Ask AI is going to make our life as the agency owner so much better, and also anyone who's running this account for him, whether it's the front desk person, one of his employees, or even if it's the business owner themselves. Having Ask AI is just a really, really good feature. If you don't know what Ask AI is, go watch my video on it. Basically, it's like ChatGPT, but for GoHighLevel, and it can do almost anything that you want it to do. So we're going to click on Ask AI Voice, and then we're going to keep scrolling until we find AI Studio. If this is not fully active by the time you're watching this video, it's in 7 days, then you're going to want to turn this on. We definitely need it for this situation. We're building the entire website through AI Studio. Now we're going to scroll down even more and see if there's anything else in here. There we go. Ask AI itself. We're going to turn turn that on. That is live in 24 days, so we definitely need to turn that on. We have the voice AI prompt builder. We can turn this on for now. And guys, these are all live in 12 days, 4 days, 24 days. So in a month from now, all this stuff will just be in the account anyway. We're basically just getting early access to it. Email AI, we can do that. We can turn that on as well. Chat widget performance improvements, we'll turn that on. And then we have funnel AI and website AI. We can turn that on even though we're using AI Studio. Live in 214 days. That's absolutely insane. Why is that even a thing? We're just going to skip that. Keep scrolling, and there we go. Once these are live, we can go back and make sure that we can see them in the account. So click go back, and there it is. We've got AI Studio right here. We've got Ask AI right here. We can basically ask it anything that we want. We will probably be using this in this video or the next video, especially for the onboarding process. We will be using Ask AI because it's going to build the calendars for us, the service-based calendars. It can connect everything that we needed to connect. It can even send text messages to customers, which reminds me, something that we definitely need to do, and I need to go to this client and ask him this immediately, is we need to add all of his contacts. So once I get all of his contacts, we're going to do that too. Don't worry, I'm going to show you guys absolutely everything that we do. And when we add his contacts, we can actually do that through Ask AI, which is insane. So let's say he had like 500 contacts, or in this example, let's say he had like 5,000. We can basically take all of his contacts, upload it to ChatGPT, have ChatGPT structure the entire thing out perfectly with name, number, email, phone number, whatever it is. And then we can paste that right here into Ask AI, and it will set up everything for us. So then we can go to contacts, which is right here to the left, and this will be filled with all of his contacts from the last 15 years that he's hopefully built up. Now, why is that important? Well, we can now send text messages and emails to those contacts. We can ask for Google reviews. We could literally ask for Google reviews day one, because I'm assuming if he has them in his contact list, he's probably done work for them in the past. So we can basically set all of that up, which is super cool. All things that, yes, I will be showing you guys how to do on my YouTube channel. But for right now, this is still not what we're going to be doing for this video. We are basically building the base out, which is going to be the AI Studio website, connecting that to the forms in the CRM, and then making sure we're in perfect condition to go through the A2P approval process, which yes, is a pain, but I'm going to be doing that with him, and I'm going to try to film that as well. Now, in order to get approved for A2P, there's a couple things that we need to know. We're probably going to go the chat widget approval route. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, basically when you get approved for A2P to get a working phone number, you have two different routes you can take. You can take the route of building a form that goes on your website, and then you have to checkbox, I agree to the terms and conditions, blah, blah, blah. Or you can take the route of a chat widget. Now, the chat widget has nothing to do with the form, but you can still get approved with just having a chat widget. It just has to be an A2P approved chat widget. That is by far the easiest way to get approval as quickly as possible. And then you go back in and try to get approved with the form. So these are all things that we're going to have to fix and go through in order to get approved, but I'm going to take you every step of the way. I'm just letting you know for when you see the website and you go, well, Dom, there's a form on that website, which looks like this. Here's the form. I will most likely be taking this form completely off the website, replacing it with a chat widget, and then trying to get approved from there, then putting the form back on the website and submitting another A2P process to get approved again for the form. It's not that difficult. It's just kind of an annoying process, but once it's done forever, guys. So bear with me. They want a working text message number, and I'm going to do whatever I have to get them that number. So let's go back into GoHighLevel real quick, and let's immediately start working on the AI Studio website. That's the first thing that we need to do no matter what. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, let me click on AI Studio really quick. And this is where you can describe anything that you want, and it will build it out right here in front of your face in like 10 minutes. I'm talking any website, any funnel, any estimate calculator, any form page, anything you can imagine that can be coded, boom, right here. It's a complete and utter vibe coding system built into GoHighLevel, and it changed absolutely everything and every way that we run an agency. It changed the way that businesses are going to run. It changed a lot of stuff, guys. So you definitely want to learn this, watch my videos on it, or just watch this video, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. The first thing I want to do is I want to just take the website that's already done, which is this one right here. I want to copy the URL at the top, and I want to paste it right here. And I'm going to say, recreate this exactly the way it is. Fun fact, AI Studio actually created this already. And if you guys are wondering about that, I have a video showing how I did that, and it was super easy. I went to Wellman's official website, which looks like this, and basically I took this website, copied the URL, and pasted it into AI Studio like I just did 5 seconds ago, and it recreated the entire website. Well, not the entire website. There's a couple things it didn't do. Notice how there are a ton of different links that you can click. So if I click on landscaping services, it takes me to a completely completely separate page. And for that reason, I need to copy that URL as well and then paste that into AI Studio. And I have to do this for every single one. If I want to have that many pages on the website, it's fine. If that's what they want, it doesn't take that long. It's not hard to do. You're honestly not doing anything. AI is doing all the work for you anyway. But we would just take each page that it has on the website, copy the URL, paste it into AI Studio over here, and it would create all of those clickable pages until you have every single page basically exactly copied from the original website. And that, my friends, is how you copy a website that probably cost thousands of dollars to build 10 years ago, and in under 20 minutes replicate the entire thing on GoHighLevel AI Studio without lifting a finger. Absolutely insane. I'm gonna let this thing load and I will meet back up with you when it is done in like 5 minutes. It's actually building it pretty fast right now. It might be like 3 or 4 minutes. Either way, I will see you when it's done. All right, guys, and it did it in about 3 minutes. This is one of the faster times I've seen it do this. I think it was so quick because it was coding something that it had already coded before. So who knows? That's the first time I've ever actually copied a Vibe coded website instead of just copying a third-party website, which is what I usually do. So you're gonna click publish up here at the top. Once it's published and ready to go, you can view the site over here to the left. And there we go. This looks extremely similar. And one of the things that we want to do is we want to test out everything. I mean, we should be testing out every single link. So lawn care programs, let's click on that. Notice how nothing happens. Landscaping service, nothing happens. Contact us. Now that does work. It goes down to the contact us page. That's perfectly fine. I might actually get rid of this like Facebook page over here. I don't necessarily need it. And it kind of just gets in the way of the form. So for that reason, we have some stuff to do. I bet you these don't work either. Our blog at the top, yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. Employment doesn't really go anywhere, and pay my bill does not go anywhere. So in order to fix all of these things, it's very simple. Let me show you what you do. Basically, we're going to go back to the actual website, the official Wellman's Lawn Care website, and we're going to go to each URL. So lawn care programs, and then we're going to copy the URL up here, and then we're going to go back into GHL. We're going to paste that right here and say connect this to lawn care programs, and then we're going to do this again and again and again. Next one is landscaping services, copy right here, go back into AI Studio, connect this to landscaping services. Actually reword it this way, say recreate these URLs and copy them exactly the way they are on the original site, and then connect them to the corresponding buttons or text. The way that I had it before, it would just basically take the link of the other website and then link it to those URLs. We don't want to do that. We want to copy everything from them and vibe code and recreate those pages. So this is a better way to word that. And now I'm going to take everything and then paste the URL right here. So then we're going to hop back into Wellman's Lawn Care. Let's do hardscape design. We're going to copy that URL. We're going to paste it right here, and then we're going to type in recreate and connect this to hardscape design. And we're just going to keep doing this until we get to the end. We've got seasonal right here, copy seasonal, go back, paste, go back to Wellman's, do this. I think it's 2 more times here, commercial property management, copy there, go back. And then we have the last one, which is contact us. We can have this kind of just scroll down to that other page, or we can put it like this, copy that and do it again. Once we are done, we can click on enter. This one might take a second. Hopefully it does everything first try, but if not, don't worry. I'm going to show you guys how to fix it. It's usually pretty intuitive. And so far, every time I've been playing around with it, it's been very, very smart. So I have high hopes for this, but I will fast forward and let you guys know how long it takes. See you in a second. All right, guys, and it is completed. That one added 42 different tools, and it took maybe 4 minutes. Pretty quick. We're going to publish it at the top right up here, update it right there, and let's go see if it worked. So now we are inside the website. I'm going to make myself smaller, and we're going to click on some of these links. So the first link is lawn care programs. There we go. Everything looks exactly the same. There's pretty much no difference whatsoever. This is literally insane. Keep on going. It shows everything. And here's the point, guys. Barely anyone is going to be going to this page. It's not going to happen. Also, notice how there's a detailed explanation. These are connected to PDFs. Let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. So if I click on lawn care programs and I scroll back down here, we have a detailed service explanation. I can click on that and it takes me to a PDF. Now I explained to Chris Wellman, the owner of this company, that no one is reading all this. They're not clicking on 9 different buttons to get to a PDF to see their platinum package. We can recreate the entire PDF. We can do something so much better than this. We could even connect this to a plan where they can just purchase it inside of the website. There's a lot of cool things that we can do with this, but I'm not going to onboard him without asking him what he wants. So I will be talking to him and I'm going to ask him what he wants with this. I personally think what we're going to do is is very simple. We can either build like a form or a survey where people fill it out, they answer 3 or 4 questions, and then it chooses which plan they will be in, which package they will have, and then that can lead to an invoice and them paying. Or we can take all this information, feed it to the AI bot, which I'm going to do, by the way. No matter what, I'm going to do that regardless. And then the bot will know everything about all of these plans. Once the bot understands everything about these PDFs, everything about the packages, it's going to sell it for you. So it's going to be able to ask the customer through text message or through the chat widget all of these qualifying questions and then lead them to the correct package. Lots of cool stuff that we can do for this client. But once again, when onboarding, don't get distracted. Start with the base. Everything else becomes a lot easier once you have that base finished. So that's all we're doing in this video. We're starting with the base. And for that reason, we're not going to be adding this right now. Let's go back to GoHighLevel and let's click on the rest of these up here. So we have landscaping services, looks pretty good. Now, yes, we can connect these. Honestly, I might just do it for this video, but I'm going to have to basically take the PDF, upload them into ChatGPT, have it explain each one. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of extra work when in reality, we have a lot of different workarounds for that. I still want to remove anything that has to do with Facebook because we'd have to connect the Facebook into the vibe coder somehow. Once again, a lot of extra work for no reason. Nobody cares, but let's keep going through. We've got hardscape design. Boom. It took all the photos that they already had. Perfect. If there's anything that we want to fix or change in here, we totally can. But once again, nobody's really seeing all this. 99% of people that go on the website are just doing so to find the contact us form, the chat widget, or the phone number in general. Let's go to seasonal. Same thing with seasonal. We could change these photos. They don't look amazing by any means, but for right now, everything looks pretty similar to how it was before. Let's go back up and do commercial property. Boom, and that one's done too. Everything looks good. Let's click on contact us. Takes us to the contact us form. We've got the address, phone number, the hours of operations, and the form right here. We even have the testimonials. I want to click on get a free estimate. Boom, takes us back to the contact us form. Okay, so all of these are working. We would check out every single link. You would click on literally every link, guys. And if one link does not work, you change it, you adapt it, you fix it. You do not want the website to not work. You do not want the website to not be able to function. Even if it's things that no one's ever going to click on, that's totally fine. You still want it to function. But for right now, I want to work entirely on this page right here on this form. So we want to gather all the information from this form that we can in order to connect that to automation. Just like we're building the base with the website, we also need to build the base with the automation. It makes things so much easier when I go back in with the client and I explain, hey, I connected all this to this automation follow-up system. Now let's sit down and talk about what you want it to say. What do you want to happen when someone fills out this form? It's a lot easier when you have that kind of set up, when you have the base of that set up. And this is how I onboard literally everyone I've ever onboarded in my life. This is how I do it. It is not perfect. It gets perfect over time. Do not spend hours and hours of your time trying to make something perfect when you haven't really gone in and sat with the client, because at the end of the day, they decide what they want on their website. They decide what they want in their automation. You can point them in the right direction, but at any point they can fire you. So it's important to know that, and it's important to build the base so it's easier for them to understand what's going on. And for right now, the site base is pretty good. I will ask them to get rid of this Facebook page in a second, but let's work on the form itself. So the first thing I want to do with the form is go back into AI Studio and I want to type in connect to CRM. If it didn't do this already, then what this is going to do is it's basically going to take the entire form and every single custom field and every custom value that's on that form, and it's going to connect it externally to GoHighLevel. And then I'm going to show you guys how to connect that to the automation page. So typing connect to CRM is very, very important. You're going to need to know exactly how to do everything I'm about to do for you. So we're going to wait until that's done. I'm going to come back, let you know how long it takes. But so far, everything's been really, really smooth and going really fast. Wow, it's already done. It literally finished right when I said that. Okay, we're going to click connect to CRM. Boom. Now it's going to connect all the tracking IDs. Literally every tracking ID is being connected right now. And then we're going to take those tracking IDs so that we can gather all the information, the name, number, email, the service, anything that we can gather from that form. And we're going to connect that to the automation workflow page so we can do follow-up systems, text message, email, whatever it is that we want to do. Super cool. We're going to need this. We're also going to need this if we want to connect it to the AI chatbot, because in a perfect world, we're probably going to be setting that up for him. And one of the next videos, I'm going to be training that AI chatbot to know everything about this business so that when someone comes into the form through Google Ads, Facebook ads, whatever, they can fill it out and then get in touch with someone immediately, even if it is an AI chatbot. It's going to be trained. It's going to be perfect. We're going to get this thing going. So anyway, this is working on connecting the CRM right now. Once it's done, and then we're going to swing over to the automation section. All right, guys, and it is done. It said it wired up the contact section form to fire a CRM tracking event on every submission, registered services interested as a custom field, mapped all the other contact fields, included selected services as a comma separated custom field value. So everything should be good right now. And if it's not, we're going to test it out to make sure that it's good. We're going to publish that right here, update it, and we're going to view the site again. Once we view the site, we're going to click contact us. And I notice it doesn't scroll anymore to the actual contact us page. We're going to fix that too, along with the Facebook thing. All of that's going to be fixed. We're going to be fine. All that's going to be fixed just takes one sentence to fix it. But either way, we're going to force this to work. So what that means is we have to fill it out to force it so that all the information can go inside of the sub account. So I'm going to put in my name here. We're just going to fill out all this information here. Doesn't matter what it says. And then we're going to add in a few services. Let's do landscape bed maintenance, leaf removal, mulch, and landscaping hardscaping. And then we're even going to put a message in here. I would like someone to check out my yard, submit their request. And right here it says, thank you, your request has been submitted. Cool. Let's go find out what actually happens, because obviously nothing's going to happen right now. We have to go build that. So let's go back into GoHighLevel. We're going to click the back arrow right here, click back again. And the first thing I like to do is I go to the sites tab right here and I hop on over to the form section and I go to the submissions. And when I'm in submissions, I go from internal to external right here. And there it is. This is the actual form submission. I'm going to click on it and it should show everything that we did. And it does. It has all the information here, all the personal information. It has the calendar note, the actual note that we put, and these services that we were interested in. So now that we know that it worked, it fed it to our CRM. How do we automate that? How do we do something with it? Because the whole point of us building this for him in the first place is because he doesn't want to have to go inside of his account every single time someone fills out a form and go look this up and then call them manually. That's annoying. But that's why we have GoHighLevel. That's why we exist. We can set it up for him in any way that he wants. So now we're going to go over to the automation section right here, and I'm going to show you guys how to set this up. Now, yes, we could build this from the AI automation builder, but it's important for you guys to know how to do this from scratch. So we are going to create it from scratch right here. We are going to enable autosave just because people forget to save their work sometimes. And the first thing I'm going to do is rename the workflow so I remember it. I'm going to call this one main website contact form because that's exactly what it is. We're going to add a trigger. We are going to type in external tracking event, not form submitted, external tracking event. It is not an internal form. It's an external form. Then we're going to add a filter. Click select, click event, click select operator, click is any of, click down again. And then we're going to click form submitted. Next, but we're not done. We're going to add another filter here. Click select, click domain, select the operator, is any of, select right here, and there it is, Wellman's Revamp 5 preview. Boom. And we're going to add one more filter. Click select, external form is, and then the contact form is right there. That's all you have to do. That is the entire trigger event. I know it seems like a lot, but that took me 25 seconds. We're going to save the trigger, and now we have an actual trigger event for when someone fills out that form on that website that we just built 20 minutes ago. Pretty cool, guys. Now here's where the fun part comes in. This is where I would actually pick the brain of the client, and I would ask him, hey, what exactly do you want to happen? Well, lucky for you guys, I already did ask him, and he definitely wants automated text messaging. Now, here's the thing. In order to do automated text messaging, we do need to get approved for A2P. So I will be working with him on that. However, it's totally fine for us to build this automation right now while we're waiting for that. So I can click plus. And one of the first things I like to do when setting up any automations at all, especially when they are form submission automations, is I like to assign it to a user. So I'm going to click assign to user, and then we're going to select the user. We don't have any users here, obviously. So that's where we're going to have to go back in and create a user. For this example, I'll just add myself as a user under the account. And since we have autosave on, I can just back on out of here and I should be good. Or what I could do is I could add Edward, because Edward is one of his employees and Edward used to work with me. So I have Edward in this GoHighLevel account already. So let me go show you guys how to do that. We're going to go back to the agency view and we're going to go to the settings. Once we're in settings, we're going to go to team and we're going to type in the team member. Since I already have him in here, I'm just going to type his name. And it seems I do not have Edward in here. So I'm going to actually add him from scratch, which is perfect. Now you guys get to see exactly how you add a brand new team member. So I'm going to put in all of Edward's information right here. And once you save all that information, you're good to go. You can actually create the password for them. But basically after you create someone in this section, it sends them an email anyway. And then they create the password from the email. Just letting you know, it's all automated. But check this out. Under roles and permissions, this is very, very important. We do not want Edward to be under agency type. Then he can see all of our agency stuff. We want him to just be under account. He can be an admin. That's totally fine. And then we want to select the account, which is the one we just made. Wellman's Lawn Care, boom, done. Everything here is fine. We can change this all later. There is a lot of stuff that they just don't need. I mean, blogs, certificates, communities, none of this stuff is necessary. So you do want to kind of filter through this just so they don't see it all. Go collab, not necessary. Memberships, not necessary. Orders, not necessary. I would say quizzes is not necessary. Subscriptions, probably not, unless we build subscriptions inside of the account. Actually, I'm going to keep that one on there. Surveys, probably not. But for right now, we're just going to click save. And there we go. Edward is now in the account. Now let's go back into that account, which is right here. And we're going to click on automation. There is our automation right there. And now it's time for the fun part. So let's go back to assign to user. And I bet you if I click on select users, he's right there. There we go. Edward Pheasant, done, and save action. Now this is going to get assigned to Edward. Now here's the thing that's really cool about this. If he has multiple different services and he wants them assigned to multiple different people, for instance, let's say he has lawn care service and he wants that assigned to someone in the lawn care division, we can build all of that out for him. Everything can be custom built based off what he wants. So it's very important to understand that. But right now we're just building out the base, so we have something to go back in and show him. So for this situation, we have it assigning to Edward. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to send an internal notification. This is going to send to whoever is assigned to the user. So if I do select a type, we're going to do notification or SMS. For this instance, let's just do notification because it is free and you don't need A2P approval. So for that reason, we're going to stick with notification right here. The title is going to say new website lead. And then for the message, we're going to do custom value, contact, full name, just signed up on the website and they would like, and then we want to put the services. So check this out. We'll do custom value. We're going to scroll all the way to the bottom, custom fields, and we've got all the services right here. And if you remember, I believe it was services interested was the list of services. I could be wrong on this. It could just be services, but I'm pretty sure it's services interested. So let's click right here. We're going to find out in a second when we test it again. And it's basically going to list off the services. Once that's done, we're going to go down here to redirect page, click on contact. What that means is basically when you click on the notification, it's going to take you to that contact so you can message them back immediately. It's just easier. And then after that, we're going to do to user type, the user that is assigned to the contact, which is Edward. Once that's done, we're going to save the action and we're good to go to the next step. The next step is going to be a text message to the person that filled out the form. So that's going to be an SMS, send SMS. And then right here, we're going to have the message. I personally like a casual, hey, and then custom value, contact first name. I usually only do the first name. So, hey, Dominic, thanks for taking interest in our lawn care services. Would love to set up an appointment or get on a call to discuss your project. Something along those lines. I'm probably wrong about this. You can have ChatGPT come up with a lot of good stuff for you too. Basically, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go to the client. I'm going to ask him exactly what he wants me to put right here. And then we're going to save the action. And once that's done, we can then start adding in follow-up campaigns. So I could do like a wait time. Click wait, do a time delay of maybe 1 day, click save action on 1 day, click these 3 little dots right here on the SMS, copy the action and paste it below the wait time. Then after 1 day, it's going to send a second message, which is our first follow-up text message. And that is going to say, are you still interested in lawn care services or whatever it is that the client wants me to put here? Save action. And we can just keep doing this over and over again. Copy the wait time, paste, copy the SMS, paste, change it, boom, done. That's how we create the follow-up campaign. Super easy to do. Do not overcomplicate this. You could then connect this form to Facebook ads. So I could click on add new trigger and connect it to a Facebook lead form, or you can connect it directly to Google ads, which is still this external tracking event because it's just connected to the website. So now when he runs ads, which he's already doing, it's going to work significantly better because we have the follow-up system in place. Now we are still not done. I got to go to settings right here and I have to make sure some things are turned on. Allow re-entry. Do we want people to be able to enter this workflow more than once? Do we want someone to be able to come back to the website, fill out that form and get a text message again? The short answer is yes, of course, because you can have repeat customers. So we are going to allow re-entry. Allow multiple opportunities. That's fine for right now. We'll get to the opportunity section in a different video. And then stop on response. Of course we want stop on response because it's a follow-up campaign. If they respond on message 3, why would we send them message 4, 5, and 6? The whole goal of a follow-up campaign is to get them to respond. So once they respond, you stop it. Boom, automatic save. So we're good. Go back to builder. And then we can click from draft to publish. Once that's done, we're going to save it again. And now it should work perfectly. All right, guys, I want to test this out real quick. And obviously I can't test it fully out because it's not A2P approved yet. But in order for me to test it out, I need to change the assign to user. So I'm going to click off for Edward and add myself because I'm already here and I know I can test it out with myself. Click save. click save again, and let's see if it works. We're gonna go and refresh the page. We're gonna scroll down here and fill this form out once again. All the same information, totally fine, doesn't matter. And we're just gonna click a bunch of different services here. We can also put a message. I want to quote on a retaining wall. We're going to submit the request, and let's see if it actually worked. Let's see if I get a notification from my phone, and I did. That was super fast, guys. I will even take a screenshot of this and put it up on the screen for you so that you guys can see exactly what I'm seeing. And here it is. It says Dominic Baptist just signed up on the website, and they would like landscape bed maintenance, fertilization, weed control, fall cleanup, aeration. And there you go. That is how we created the entire website from scratch using their current site, copied the whole thing, copied their form, then connected their form to our CRM, and then connected that to the Lead Connector app, which, by the way, they are going to need to download. So let me show you that real quick. Let's hop on back out, go to the Launchpad area right here, and they need to download the mobile app, whether they have Samsung and have to go to the Google Play Store, or they have an iPhone like me and they have to go to the App Store. Every single one of your clients should be downloading this app. All of their employees that are using it should be downloading this app, and their login information for the app is just their login information for your GoHighLevel account. It's the exact same thing. It's the email they signed up with and whatever password they chose after they signed up, or whatever password you created for them. That's all they have to do. Once they're logged in, they can get those notifications on their phone. And yes, when we're approved for A2P, we don't have to send notifications anymore. We can just send direct text messages, which is super nice, but we still have to go through that A2P approval process. So let me click on settings real quick, and I'm going to come down here to phone system. Now, I personally already know the A2P process very well. I've done it many times. It's constantly changing. It's constantly adapting. How you used to do it back in 2023 is vastly different than 2024, and how you did it in 2024 is different than 2025. And as of a few months ago, it's now even different from then. Don't get discouraged. I'm going to make videos on this. I think I'm actually doing 3 or 4 A2P approval videos back to back because I have a bunch of different clients that I'm trying to get set up, and I'm going to film the whole thing. And I bet you on multiple of them that I get rejected. It's very normal to get rejected. It's actually normal to get rejected multiple times. A2P is now using AI to go through the entire website, so it's very fine-tuned. However, GoHighLevel is doing a pretty good job of making sure that everything is done for us anyway. But no matter what, there's some stuff that you have to get from the client, and that's why I'm talking about this right now. We're going to go over to Trust Center, and we're going to go to Start Registration. If you guys don't know what A2P even is, let me give you a quick rundown. Basically, if you're in the United States and a lot of other places in the world, you need to get something in order to send automated text messages to phone numbers. You now have to get something called A2P approval. It's basically a regulation and an approval process that states, number one, you're a real company that has a real service or an actual reason to text message someone. And then number two, that you're not going to be sending out a bunch of spam texts to random people. That's all it's doing. That's all it wants to know. But the process can be a little annoying. So you would click on Start Registration right here. And this is what we would want to get from the customer. We want their EIN number. It is almost impossible to get approved for A2P if you do not have a legal company. It's so easy to get an EIN. If you don't have one, if you want one for your own business, I actually have a course called Business 101 where I show you how to get your own EIN in under 30 minutes. Super easy. Anyone can do it, and it costs under $200 to get one, and you will have a legal business and an EIN number, and you can go use that to open a bank account, get approved for A2P, or whatever it is that you want to do with that EIN number. I would say 99.9% of the businesses that you're signing up already have this, or they would not be a business. So we would have to get that EIN number from them, and then when we would press continue. We also need to know their business type. A lot of them are going to be LLCs. And then of course, their business registration number, which is their EIN, would go right here. You would select the business industry, their business email, and their website URL, which is already put in here. It's also important to know that their website needs to be 100% transferred over to your GoHighLevel account in order to do this, unless they're keeping their current site, then that's totally fine. But you are not going to get approved if you don't follow a lot of the guidelines that have to go on their site. That's why it's pretty important for us to get control of their website. I'm not saying full control of their domain and their DNS records. I just mean their website in general. We want to have their website built on GHL because then we can change everything we need to change in order to get approved for A2P. I'm telling you, it's just going to be so much easier. If you're going back and forth with their web designer, it's going to be a little bit harder. It's not impossible by any means, but you will definitely have to work with them. I've done it in the past. It is possible. Either way, it's always better if it's on GHL, guys. And if you don't know how to do that, let me show you really quick. So because we build built it on AI Studio. I'm going to go over to AI Studio. I'm going to click on my projects and we're going to click on the Wellman's project right here. When I go over to publish, notice how it says add a custom domain. Well, I can click add a custom domain and then I would just add the domain right here, wellmanslawnCare.com, click continue, and it's not going to work because obviously their domain is set up somewhere else and it's going to tell you to set up these two DNS records. So this is where I have to go back to Chris, the owner of the company, and I have to say, hey, are you using GoDaddy or Cloudflare? I already know he's using GoDaddy. He told me already. And I would say, hey, I'll just do it with you, whatever you want to do, or you can give me access to manage it. I need to change your DNS records so that we can disconnect it from your current website into our new AI vibe coded website. He's going to obviously say yes. This takes literally 2 minutes. Copy, paste, we're done. I will show you guys how I do all of that. It's fine. And then of course, we're going to delete his old connections as well. You have to do that or this won't work. So deleting his old connections from GoDaddy, adding the new ones, boom, done. And then when you type in www.wellmanslawnCare.com, it will connect to the brand new site that we just built, which is going to make it so much easier for the next process, which is the A2P approval, so we can get that phone number up and running. Now, are there things you can do without getting A2P approved? Yes, you can still do certain things. We can have an AI chatbot actually work and function without an A2P approved number. And don't worry, I'm going to show you guys how to do all of that as well. I'm actually probably going to film that video right after this one because a lot of you watching might want to get someone up and running day one and not have to wait for A2P approval. And like I said, it is possible with an AI chatbot. You can do that with a chat widget as long as you know how to train the chatbot correctly. It's a pretty good workaround for A2P, but does it solve every single problem? Absolutely not. A2P approved numbers are still the best way to run automation and they're very sticky. If I get him approved for A2P, it's going to be very difficult for him to leave me because he's going to have to go through the entire process again with someone else and he's not going to want to do that. That's why I'm telling you guys, learn A2P approval, get people set up. There's nothing stickier in the entire world in any service-based industry at all than telecommunication. No one wants to get rid of their phone number. No one wants to switch plans. No one wants to get rid of their internet. These are all things that they just don't want to get rid of because it feels annoying to shift somewhere else. And 95% of the businesses that I'm working with do not have text messaging numbers because they're not approved for A2P anyway. So for that reason, I'm setting them up originally and I'm not actually shifting them anywhere. But if they want to shift later, it's going to be really hard and therefore they're probably just going to stay with me. Boom, we're good. That is how you reduce churn. All right, guys, so far in this video, we've accomplished a lot and I feel comfortable going back to him, showing him everything that we built, sitting down with him and going over the A2P process so we can get him a working phone number. However, we're not showing him the demo site with all the links that we can click. And then of course, showing him the new upgraded form. I also have to add him to the account. I have to get him the lead connector app. I have to get him to sign in. And I also want his entire contact list. So I have to go get that. I want his integrations. So I'm going to sit down with him there and try to record that for you guys, get all the integrations completely set up for him. I might actually just do this over a Zoom call so we can record the screen. But honestly, the contact and integration stuff is super easy. So I'm not too worried about that. And I want to set him up for Google local service ads. That's going to be a completely different video. And I want to do a follow-up with him later, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month later, and talk to him about the lead generation. I want to see if it's actually working and see if he's getting a return on his investment, because I think this is just going to be a really cool, kind of like a case study for YouTube, because there's nothing saying that it's set in stone that he's going to do amazing on Google LSAs. I personally had a lot of luck with them in his exact field, in his exact hometown. So I'll be honest, guys, I have high hopes for this. But either way, I'm going to film every single thing just like I did in this video. Hopefully this made sense for you guys. This was just step one of the onboarding process. We have a lot more to do, but honestly, we could get him entirely onboarded in a single day. And then you can build SOPs for this. You can hire this out and you can start learning how to just build out a system that you can repeat over and over again, because nothing I'm doing here is that difficult at all. Yeah, the A2P process is annoying, but once that's done, it's done forever. And you can charge $97 to $300 a month for what I'm doing right here. And you can charge $500 a month if you add LSAs or Facebook ads, which once again, I'm going to be breaking down. But either way, this video is long enough. We got a lot done in the beginning onboarding process. I'm very happy with how this turned out. I'm very happy with the AI Studio website, very happy that the form worked the first try. And I think you guys learned a lot on how to get started when onboarding a client. So now we have the base of the website done, the base of the automations done, and we're going to be building the base of the chat widget, which is basically just the AI chatbot. So let's go do it. So the first thing we're going to do is head on over to AI agents. And like I said, we're going to be building a conversation AI bot for Wellman's Lawn Care. Let me shrink myself real quick and let's get to work. We're going to click on create new bot and it will be a prompt based bot. Almost all the bots that you create will most likely be prompt based because we're just going to go to ChatGPT and have it build the prompts for us. So we're going to click on create new bot and we have a few different options right here. I think appointment booking is the best by far. And just because we choose appointment booking doesn't mean we have to have a calendar connected to it, but it definitely helps if you think you're going to be connecting a calendar. So we're going to click on appointment booking and we're going to click continue. Right out the gate, we're going to name the bot. Don't think too hard on this one. We're just going to
call this one Wellman's Lawn Care Bot. And then we're going to scroll down here to the bot status. For right now, we are going to do autopilot. The reason I'm doing autopilot is because this is just kind of his test account. It will turn into his live account, but right now we're just trying to get everything set up. Like I said, the base of everything set up. So I'm totally fine with this being on autopilot. If you guys don't know what that means, autopilot means the bot is ready to go. It's just going. As soon as someone goes on that chat widget or however we set this up, the bot is going to go to town. And that's totally fine because the website's not even live, so it shouldn't affect anything. And we don't even have A2P approval yet, so it's not like it's going to send a bunch of text messages because it can't. So autopilot is totally fine. Next, we have supported communication channels. So this part's pretty important as well. For right now, and I can easily come back and change this, we're going to click off on WhatsApp. We're going to keep chat widget, SMS chat. That's fine. We're definitely keeping live chat. That's going to be the main one. Facebook, we're going to get off, and Instagram, we're going to turn off as well. We can turn off SMS. Once again, we don't have A2P approval, so it doesn't really matter. But for right now, I guess it's fine. We're just going to keep these three, even though 90% of it's going to be done through live chat right now. Then we're going to scroll down to autopilot mode. I like 2 seconds. That's totally fine. So the bot's going to wait 2 seconds before responding. We have a maximum message a bot can send in a conversation of 75. I think if the bot is sending more than 75 messages for a lawn care company, we have a massive problem. I mean, I've had some pretty in-depth conversations with my service-based companies that I've worked with, but not 75 messages long. But if we wanted to change that up or down, we easily can. We can test it out too. Do we want the bot to be able to respond with images or voice notes? For right now, probably not, but who knows? Maybe we'll get to a point with this client where we're setting up the bot photos to send back to the client once their lawn is mowed or something like that. There's a lot of cool things that we could do, but for right now, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel per se. We're just trying to set them up with something pretty standard because then we can edit it on later. Do we want to send the bot to sleep when someone manually messages? For this, honestly, I'm going to say yes. And we would like the bot to sleep for right now, let's just say like 5 hours. Basically what this means is, let's say the bot is responding to someone and then a real employee, a human being, responds as well and interrupts the bot. Someone that works for the company or maybe the owner of the company, they respond. In that case, the bot's going to go to bed for 5 hours. It's not going to respond at all. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to interfere with the actual employee who's answering that person. So for that, I think that's totally fine. And by the way, we might not even enable the bot in general. We're just going to have it here ready to go in case the client really does want to use it. He seemed interested in it. That's why I'm building it right now. Next, we have response settings. It says enable response style settings. So we can click this right here and we have concise, balanced, or detailed. I'm not a huge fan of detailed. The bot kind of goes on a tangent and says like a lot of stuff. So for that reason, I'm just going to click on balanced. That's totally fine for right now. And then we're just going to click on save. And once we have the bot settings done, we can go over here to bot training. This is the fun part. This is where all of the actual hard work comes into play. So we're going to choose add knowledge base trigger. And then when we choose the drop down to the knowledge base, we don't have anything here. We've never built one in this sub account. We have to build a knowledge base. If you guys don't know what a knowledge base is, think of it as the brain power, the actual brains of the operations for whatever bot that you're making, for the conversation bot, for the voice AI bot, whatever bot it is, it needs a brain. The knowledge base is its brain. So we have to teach that brain what to do. So we're going to click on create new. We're going to call this one Wellman's Lawn Care. And we can put a description here, but honestly, for now, it's totally fine without one. We're going to click create. And we have a few different options for training the bot's brain. So when you get into the knowledge base, we have all these different options. We've got web crawler, which is basically taking a website that already exists, pasting it in here, and the AI bot will memorize the entire website. Every single page, it'll memorize the whole website front to back, and then it will know everything that's on that site. We will be doing that. We have FAQ. What are frequently asked questions? We can add each question that we want with the answer. The bot will then know that answer every single time. We have tables right here. You can import Google Sheets, upload from your computer. If you have any table of contents or something like that, you can add it there. The bot will memorize everything. Next, we have rich text. This is what we're going to be using the most. Rich text is the ability to basically copy and paste anything that you want or type anything that you want right here. And then the bot will know everything that you type. So this is really cool. We will be connecting this to ChatGPT to come up with some amazing prompts and just a lot of content for us to copy and paste right here. And then lastly, we have file upload. If you guys have like a PDF or something, then you can upload the file right here. Fun fact, we will be uploading a file for this exact knowledge base. I will get to that in a second. But to start off, we're going to do web crawler. So for web crawler, we're going to add their original website, not the website that I copied and used with AI Studio in the beginning, but their original URL. So let's go find it. And here it is, wellmanslawncare.com. We're going to copy that right here. And then we're going to go back into GoHighLevel and paste the URL right here. We're going to click on add website, and it's fetching every single page from that site. Thank goodness, because we have a lot of pages on that site. Their current website genuinely is very large. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of information, which is really good for a web crawler inside of the knowledge base because it just has a lot of information to figure out, to soak in, and then answer questions or whatever it needs to
it do on the other side. So I'm pretty happy with this. It should take every single page that we have in here. I'm talking seasonal, commercial property management page, the contact us page, employment page. All of these things should be in the knowledge base now. But let's go back and make sure it went through. And there we go. It's already trained. That's how quick it is. It now knows everything about the entire website. But we are not done yet. FAQs I'm going to save for when I'm with the client. The client knows what questions are asked more than anybody else. Definitely more than me. I have no idea what questions are asked for this lawn care company on a day-to-day basis. Therefore, I'm not even going to attempt to do an FAQ section. I don't really have any tables to work with either. So the next thing I want to do is work on the rich text. And in order to do the rich text, I have to go to my best friend, ChatGPT. So let's go to ChatGPT. And the first thing I want to do is paste that URL again. And I want ChatGPT to memorize everything inside of this website as well. That way it knows exactly kind of what the company is, what it does. Maybe there's a mission statement in there. Maybe there's something that can tell ChatGPT what this company really wants out of their customers, what their services are, their hours, literally everything about the company should be in that website. Therefore, we should be able to extract it right here from ChatGPT. So let's see what we can do. And then I just typed in, please study this entire website from front to back because I'm building them a perfect AI chatbot inside of GoHighLevel. I always mention GoHighLevel that can answer any questions about their business and set up appointments for them or just get them in touch with their staff. It depends on what the client wants me to do. For both lawn care and landscaping, because they have two, I will eventually need you to create all the behaviors, goals, and the knowledge base for this company, starting with a very intricate and long, rich text that I can just copy and paste. Press enter. Let's see what it does. Most of the time when we're creating any type of prompts, we're just getting those prompts from ChatGPT anyway, because they're going to do a way better job than we are. So check this out. It's telling us exactly what to do, yada, yada, yada. This is not what we would copy and paste. This is basically just a summarized version of the entire thing. So now we get to the bottom. It says the next thing we should build is the master knowledge base because everything else connects directly to that. So I'm going to say, yes, build me the knowledge base through rich text I can copy and paste. Boom. Let's see what it does. All right, guys. And in about 30 seconds, it built the entire thing. So all we have to do is copy and paste. So now that we've copied this entire thing, yes, all of this that you're seeing right here has been copied. We're going to go back into GoHighLevel. We're going to click on add text. We're going to title it really quick. I just called this one Wellman's website because that's what we got it from. And then we're going to paste it all right here. Doesn't really matter how it looks. I know there's a lot of like spacing in here. It's basically just going to take all the information and feed it right to the bot. So we're going to click on save. It's going to train that for usually a couple minutes, like 30 seconds. And then once that's done, the bot will be very trained, not fully trained, not 100% ready to go, but pretty trained. After that, we're going to go to file upload. So check this out, guys. This is also super cool in my opinion. If you have any type of files that you want to upload, like a PDF, you can just upload it right here. And Wellman's actually has PDFs on their website. So let me show you guys what that looks like. Well, number one, they have job descriptions for lawn maintenance, landscape, hardscape, and snow removal. So we can also do this for their employment section. So let me download these and see what they look like. This is the lawn maintenance crew. It even has the compensation in here. So we can download this, or we could honestly just copy the entire thing right here. But I thought the PDF download thing was pretty cool. It just depends on how you want to do it. I think for anything that has to do with employment, I might just copy and paste that into rich text. And then anything that has to do with their different plans, because they have multiple different plans, then we will just upload it with that. Check this out, guys. I actually haven't seen this before. So this giant form right here is the job application. Now, in a perfect world, we could just train the bot to do this for us, and it could just ask the applicant all of this information and then feed that back into GoHighLevel. Or we can just take this entire page and have it redone through AI Studio. It just depends on how we want to do it or how our client wants it set up. Either way, I'm probably going to take this page or everything on it, everything that it's asking. I'm going to copy it right here. I'm going to go back into ChatGPT real quick, and then I'm going to type in right here. I type right here, I need the bot to also be fully trained on the employment structure and hiring process. Here's the page for the job application questions, and I will copy and paste the job descriptions for each position that is available. Please put all of it into another knowledge base, rich text for me. So now I'm going to paste this, which was this entire page right here. So it's going to know all of these different questions. And then we're going to copy the entire job description for each one. So we're going to copy this down here. And then once that's copied, we're going to go back into ChatGPT. We're going to paste that right there, leave a couple spaces, and we're going to do this again for landscape and bed maintenance. Same thing, copy this entire thing right here, and then paste that one back inside of ChatGPT. And then I think we have to do this 2 more times. Now, yes, I easily could have just uploaded the files, but I just felt like this was probably a little bit easier for
ChatGPT to at least come up with the prompt. We're going to paste that one right there. I accidentally pressed enter. This happens all the time. We're just going to add that last one manually. We're going to go back in here, grab the snow removal one, copy this, and then add that at the end. Copy that, head on back. I'm going to say, perfect. Can you add snow removal? Then send it all again so I can copy and paste it. Boom, paste, enter, go. Super easy. That's going to now take every single thing from all these job applications, including the application form itself. The bot's going to now memorize all of this, and I'm going to be able to go back into the client and be like, check this out. I'm going to pretend that I'm trying to apply for a position. I'm going to talk to the bot. It's going to ask me all the qualifying questions, and then it can send those answers back to the client. And there you go. There's so many different ways we can do this, or we could just have it send straight to the application form and have the applicant fill it out. It doesn't matter. There's multiple ways we can do this. It's just nice to have a base, and this right here is a really solid base. All right, guys, it is completely done. This is a lot of information, but honestly, the more information, the better, because the bot's just going to be very, very well trained. So we're going to keep on going down, copy this entire thing, including the employment goals right here, copy right here, and then head on back into GoHighLevel. We're going to go back to rich text, click add rich text again, because you can have multiple. We're going to call this one employment and application process, and then we're going to paste it all right there, save it, and you're good to go. The Wellman's website one is completely trained. This one's training right now. And now we're going to do the file upload. So for the file upload, we're going to do something similar to what we just did, except instead of the copy and paste, we're just going to upload the file. So let's go back to Wellman's. And now we're looking for the programs. They have multiple programs that you can sign up for. So if I scroll down here, I believe they're all down here somewhere. Okay, here it is. We got platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. So for bronze, I'm not seeing anything except for these different options. But for silver, there's a detailed service explanation right here. That brings you to a PDF that we can just download, save right here, and then go back in and download the gold, download right here, save again, go back and download the platinum, download. So now we're going to go back into GoHighLevel real quick and upload those 3 files. Boom, there's the 3, open, and one of them actually exceeds, this one right here, silver package exceeds the amount that we can upload. So it's 14 megabytes. If that is the case, you can actually condense the megabytes. You can go to different converters and condense the whole thing. For this reason, I know it's going to be way easier and way faster for me to just copy and paste it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to exit out of that, upload the 2 files, and we have the gold and platinum right here. So we're going to go back to rich text, and one of these did not upload, and that would have been the silver plan. So let's go find the silver plan. That's this one right here. Let's copy the entire thing. We're going to head back into GoHighLevel, go to rich text, add another rich text right here. This one's going to say silver and bronze plan. And then I'm going to paste that right there. And I'm also going to paste whatever we found in the bronze section. That was all of this. So we're going to copy that and then go back over here. I personally don't see a price for bronze. I'm not sure if that was somewhere else. Maybe it's somewhere on the website. If it's not a big deal. We're just going to ask the client and then we're going to add it in later. Let's go back to GoHighLevel, paste the bronze right here, and boom, press save. There you go. That's pretty much everything we could have ever fed this knowledge base. So let's do a quick recap. We did a web crawler with the actual website, completely trained. We went to rich text and added the website again, but this time in the prompt version that we got from ChatGPT. We did the silver and bronze plans because they wouldn't upload to the PDF file, but it doesn't matter because now they're 100% in the knowledge base. And then we did the employment and application process for all 4 different positions. So now the bot knows how to qualify someone if they want to become an employee. On top of that, we did 2 file uploads, one for the platinum program and one for the gold program. So now it knows everything about the programs. And at this point, we only need to train the behavior and the goal. We did this in like 20 minutes. Guys. So now that everything should be good, the rich text is all trained, file uploads are all trained, web crawler is trained, we can finally head out of here. We're going to go back into the conversation AI bot, into bot training, and we're going to click on add knowledge base trigger. If nothing comes up, then just refresh the page. But for right now, looks like I'm good. Wellman's Lawn Care right here. We can leave some nice instructions right here. Sometimes I just go into ChatGPT and ask it to do this for me. So I can just type right here. I said, give the bot instructions on what to do. Keep it brief. This part is just a quick summary. Boom, done. There we go. Let's copy the instructions. I wouldn't necessarily call that brief, but it's not that long. We're going to copy that, head back in, and paste it right there. Then we're going to click save. And before we test out the bot real quick, I still want to go over here to bot goals. And the first thing that we can do in bot goals is change which type of ChatGPT we're using, or OpenAI. We have OpenAI, GPT 4.1, 4.1 mini, 5 mini. We're going to use the recommended. This doesn't make a massive difference by any means. If anything, it just kind of affects the price. And don't worry, we can go over the price too in one of these videos. It's not going to be astronomical. It's not going to be something that the client even really looks at, if I'm being honest. Unless they're sending out like 10,000 messages a day, it shouldn't be too expensive. Now we want the personality, the goal, and the additional information. ChatGPT can give us all three of these super easily. So let's go to ChatGPT and we're going to type in, give me the goal, personality, and additional information. Enter, and let's see what it does. There we go. There's the goal. Let's copy that. And guys, you can sit here and read all this. Of course, I'm going to go back and read everything and make sure it's perfect. But ChatGPT is really, really powerful. It studied the entire website. It's going to know the goal, the personality, and all of this stuff way better than us. Sometimes people forget how smart AI actually is. It's going to do a better job than anything we could ever come up with. So I honestly trust it more than I trust myself to come up with the goal or the personality or the additional information. And we're going to be testing the bot anyway. If anything goes wrong, we're just going to fix it. But for right now, we're just trusting it. Copy, go back in. We're going to paste the goal right here. Then we're going to go up to personality next. Go back to ChatGPT, grab that personality real quick, copy that, boom, paste that right there. And then lastly, we have additional information. Let's go grab that, copy all of that, go back into GHL and paste it all right here. Boom. All right, guys, that's everything. Everything should be done. If we want to change the goal later on and we really want it to be appointment booking and try to book appointments, then we will structure it that way. But it completely depends on kind of what Chris Wellman actually wants for his company. So for right now, we are going to do appointment booking, but we don't have any calendars in here. So if I click select calendar, nothing shows up. So we can't really do much with that. We will come back to this in a second. For right now, let's just save it so that we can test the bot. I finally get to test this freaking bot out. So let's see what it does. Let's test it out. I started with something as simple as what company are you? Let's see if it knows what it is. And the bot responded. It said, I'm the virtual assistant for Wellman's Lawn Care, a locally owned company based in Springfield, Illinois. We provide lawn care, landscaping, hardscaping, snow removal, and property maintenance services for both residential and commercial clients throughout Central Illinois. If you have any questions or need help with our services or job openings, just let me know. Okay, here we go. We have a few things to test out immediately. What services do you offer? Let's see what it says. And by the way, this is connected to the live chat. So we can take a live chat widget, put it into the AI Studio website, which is what we're going to do. And then you don't even need A2P approval to talk to someone in the chat. Very, very cool. You don't need a phone number for this. And it's a great foundational start. So check this out. We've got Wellman's Lawn Care offers a variety of services, including lawn mowing and maintenance, fertilization and weed control, landscaping and mulch installation, hardscaping and patio seasonal cleanup, snow removal and ice management, commercial property maintenance. If you'd like more details or want to request a service, just let me know your name, phone number, address, and which service you're interested in. Perfect. So it even knows to gather our information. That's really good as well. All right, let's ask their hours of operations. All right, we press send and let's see what the bot says back. It said our office hours are Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you reach out outside of these hours, you can still leave your information and request, and our team will follow up with you as soon as possible during business hours. Let me know if you'd like to provide your details or need more assistance. Notice how it keeps asking for the person's details. That's because that was trained in the goal and the personality. So that's pretty good. And if we don't like what it's saying or responding, we can give it a thumbs down or a thumbs up if we do like it, and we can train it that way too. Either way, now I want to ask about the job descriptions because this is super important to me. So let's say I come on here and I really want a job. I want a job. It says, that's great. We're always looking for motivated people who enjoy working outside. Can you please share your name, phone number, email, and which position you're interested in? I'll make sure your information gets to our hiring team and they'll follow up with you as soon as possible. If you have any questions about the roles or requirements, just let me know. Okay, let's not give our information and keep pushing this thing. I want to work in landscaping. It said, awesome. For landscaping, we have landscape and bed maintenance crew member positions. You'll help with weeding, planting, mulching, pruning, and general cleanup. You should be at least 18 years old, able to work outdoors, lift 50 plus pounds, and have reliable transportation. Experience is helpful, but not required. Can you share your name, phone, and email? I'm going to say, is there an application process? Press enter. Let's see what it says. And by the way, if we don't like how it's responding, because right now I'm not a huge fan of it, but maybe Chris would like it this way, I would honestly want the bot to start qualifying me to not waste anyone's time. Because if I'm not qualified, then what's the point? It says, yes, there's an application process. You'll need to provide your name, phone, email, the position you're interested in. The hiring team will review your information, contact you about the next steps, which may include an interview. If you meet the basic requirements, you'll be considered for the role. Ready to share your details? You know what? Fine. We will share the details and see what it says. I only shared 2 details right here, my name and email. It says, thank you, Dominic. Could you please provide your phone number as well? Once I have that, I'll forward your information, yada, yada, yada. All right, fine. We'll put the phone number in. It is smart that it's asking for all this information because it's going to need it anyway. So I just put in a phone number. Let's see what it does after that. This is why we test it out. We test the bot to make sure it's perfect. Ask it any questions you can possibly think of. And it answered. Thanks, Dominic. I've got your info. For the landscape and bed maintenance crew, the job is full-time, 40 to 45 hours per week. It involves tasks like weeding, planting, mulching, and general cleanup. You'll need to work outdoors, lift 50 plus. Yeah. Our hiring team will review your details and reach out about the next steps soon. Good luck. So we still need to build that in the back end. end. Like, it didn't really do much for us. We need to be able to collect that information through a form of some sort, or we just need the bot to have those type of actions and then write down that information in the contact's notes or something along those lines, or maybe in like a reminder that sends to the owner or sends to the person who's in charge of employment. There's a lot of different things that we can do. These are all things that we're going to break down with the client, because I don't want to just go build something out and then have him be like, no, I didn't want that at all. We don't want to waste our time. We're just trying to build a base. And for right now, this is a pretty solid base. It's asking a lot of questions, it's qualifying in a way, and it's asking the most important questions, which is the customer's details. So there you go. I'm happy with that. Let me ask one more question. We're going to ask about the different memberships. Remember they had gold, platinum, bronze, all that stuff? Let's ask about that. I said, do you have memberships? And it did in fact respond. It said, Wellman's Lawn Care does offer recurring lawn maintenance services, which work like a membership for regular care. You can set up ongoing lawn mowing, landscaping, or property maintenance based on your needs. If you're interested, I can collect your details so the team can provide more information and an estimate tailored to your property. Would you like to get started? So this is where I would probably train it to say, what are the different memberships? I want to see if it actually gathered that information though. So I'm going to say, what is the platinum membership? Press enter and see what it says. And check it out. It said the platinum membership at Wellman's Lawn Care is a comprehensive package that includes weekly service from April to November, lawn mowing, edging, trimming, landscape bed, and hard surface maintenance. And then it lists all the different services that you get with the platinum. And then it just lists all the different services that you get with that platinum membership. So it did know exactly what to do. It knew all that information. It just wasn't necessarily feeding it to us when we asked, do you have memberships? I would have rather done that. And we can go back into ChatGPT and easily say, hey, we would like it to do this. We want the behavior of the bot to send the information here, or to ask for this information, or to tell people this or that, whatever we want it to do. These are all things, once again, I'm going to go meet up with the client. I'm going to ask them this in person, write down what they want, or just do it in front of them right here on the computer. And that is how we're going to fine tune this bot. But for the most part, it's looking really, really good. A very, very strong base so far. Now, how do we get this bot actually on the website without actually having to connect it to a text messaging number? Well, I'm glad you asked, because it's pretty freaking easy. We're going to head on over to the Sites tab right here. And then we're going to go over to Chat Widget at the far right. And we're going to create the first chat widget for this sub account. So we do have a few different options in here. We have the all-in-one chat widget. We have the text message and email chat widget. We have Facebook chat widget, Instagram, voice AI, WhatsApp, and live chat widget. Because we are not A2P approved, we do not have a working phone number. There is no reason to do an SMS. Now, yes, we could do an email chat, but honestly, that's not as exciting. We're just going to do a live chat for right now. But sometimes we would do an all-in-one chat if we wanted to show the client what we can do and what it would look like if we had an all-in-one chatbot. But once again, since we're not A2P approved, it doesn't really make sense. So the first thing we're going to do is change the chat widget name right here. I'm just going to call it the live chatbot. Next, we have the appearance of the chat widget over here. So if I click on the appearance, this is what it currently looks like. We can change the color scheme if we want it to be orange, green, blue. I guess green is fine. That's kind of the color scheme of the website itself anyway. We'll just stick with green for right now. It says, hi there, have a question, chat with us here. We're not really going to change any of this stuff. We can click on widget customization, but this is all fine too. We could change this girl right here to the actual Wellman's logo. But once again, these are all questions I'm going to ask the client in person. For right now, we're going to skip ahead. Now we're in the title and intro. This all looks totally fine to me. Contact form options, name, phone number. You can toss email in there, but it doesn't matter too much because once again, it's a live chat. We have live chat assigned. Everything should be fine in here. And then we're going to go over to messaging. I'm going to click on acknowledgement. Your chat has ended. That's fine. Please rate your experience. Thanks for taking your time. All this stuff is perfectly good to go. Now, one thing we definitely have to go check on is chat window real quick. So under chat window, where it says live chat assigned, there's this little toggle switch next to show live chat welcome message. And if you hover over the eye, it says keep disabled if using conversation AI, which we are. So please, please, please do not mess this up. It will literally mess up your entire AI bot for some reason. I honestly do not like this. I think they should take this off completely, or they should just have it on off, because so many people mess up their AI bots because they forget to turn this off. It's a very specific thing you have to find inside of the chat window, and it can really mess up your bot. So do not forget that. Turn that off and then click on save at the top right. And then we're going to get the code. So this is our actual code that we're going to copy and paste into the Vibe coder. So now that we have the code right here, we're going to head back out and we're going to go into AI Studio for the first time today. Then we're going to come down here to the projects, which is the only project that we have, the website that we built in the last video. And we're just going to paste it right here. I'm going to do a space and say add this chat widget. By the way, guys, when I do the A2P video, we are most likely going to be adding a different chat widget, one that's 100% A2P approved. Don't worry, it's super easy to do. And we're also going to have to change our forms and a lot of other things. We will get to that. It's not that difficult. But in my opinion, is it important to get A2P approved, get a working phone number, and set up automations? Yeah, it's pretty important. It's also very sticky. Your client's probably not going to leave you if you do that. But either way, chat widget is ready to go. As you you can see, is right down here. We're going to wait till it finishes editing, and then we're going to publish it, and we're going to test it out. Boom, it is done. Click publish at the top right, update, and then view the site. All right, guys, let's see if it works. We now have the Wellman's Lawn Care website that we completely copied and pasted, but it is now 100% inside of GoHighLevel. We have the forms that you can actually fill out. If we go to contact us, we can quite literally fill out the form right here and set up the automation, which is perfect. This form is actually connected to our automation, including the services as well. And we now have the AI chatbot built into the website through the live chat. Boom, let's test it out. I said I would like to set up a lawn service, press enter. Let's see what it says. It's typing, and with no A2P approval and no phone number, is it going to respond? And it did. It said, great, I can help you get started with lawn service. Could you please provide your name, phone, email, property address, and let me know if this is for a residential commercial property. Also, are you interested in recurring or one-time service, and when would you like the service to begin? Awesome. It asked so many amazing questions right there. This is perfect because when we actually build the calendar, it's going to be connected to that calendar, which is then going to be connected to more automation, and everything's going to flow so perfectly. So this is really, really good, guys, because we can train the chatbot to basically collect that information, put it in the calendar for us, or just send a booking calendar right here, which would also be super easy. But I will be saving that video for another time. I think they already have a calendar. It's probably on Google or Outlook, so I might just use that and integrate it in the integration section and make a video on that. So for right now, I'm not going to mess around with the calendar in this video, but let me ask it a couple more questions. I said residential and I want monthly services, press enter. I assume it's going to ask for my information one more time, but let's see. And here it is. It says, thank you. To get started with the monthly commercial lawn service, I'll need a few details, your name, phone number, yada, yada, yada. Let me ask it another question real quick. Can you do retaining walls for my backyard? Boom. Let's see what it says. Another thing we could do is we could actually train the bot. Okay, it already answered, but we could train the bot based on prices, like estimate prices. So if I was wondering how much a retaining wall would cost, maybe like 20 feet long, we could have the bot trained to give me a nice range. It says, yes, Wellman's Lawn Care does build retaining walls as part of our hardscaping services. We'll need to schedule a consultation, discuss your backyard project, and provide an estimate. Could you please share your name, yada, yada, yada. It also said any ideas or photos you have for the retaining wall. This will help our team follow up with you. Perfect. This thing is working overtime. It's working really, really well. I like it so far. And like I said in the beginning, we are building the base. This is all the base structure. And for right now, this is an amazing base structure for a real life client. And this could all be done in a single day. So for anyone saying, oh, it takes forever to onboard, having to build all this out is ridiculous, you may have been right like 2 or 3 years ago, but you're not right anymore. You can use ChatGPT to build the prompts. You can use AI Studio to build the websites. I mean, there's really not much heavy lifting anymore, and it's just turning out so amazing for agency owners like us because we can onboard clients in a single day. And if you don't believe me, I'm literally doing it on my YouTube channel. You're watching me do it live. So once we have this entire base set up and it's ready to give to the client, we're obviously going to make some fine-tune finishing touches, and then we're probably going to go get A2P approval. We're going to switch over their current site to this site by connecting all the DNS records, and then boom, we're done. There's really nothing else to do. Adding their employees and making sure they're logged in, that's pretty much it, guys. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to learn Lead Connector, and that is how you get paid every single month on repeat, guys. But either way, I'm very happy with this live chatbot right here. It's doing everything perfectly. Obviously, it's not setting up the appointment because we don't have a calendar set up. I already told you guys that we're going to do that next once I ask the client what calendar they want. But either way, I'm happy with what we have right now. I'm happy to show Chris Wellman of Wellman's Lawn Care. I think he's going to be blown away with what I've done in just the last 48 hours alone. And I edited his entire free promo video today too. All of this was done in 48 hours. That is insane. I filmed the whole project. I built the chatbot. I built his website. I got his whole account set up. I mean, this is insane. I don't even think I'm that special. I think just AI Studio and GoHighLevel made it so easy for me that now I come off as like this super genius to him. But in reality, it's just GoHighLevel. So either way, that, my friends, is how you build an AI chatbot specific to a business with an amazing knowledge base by using so many different features that every single website and every small company has.
Wow, that was absolutely insane. We literally showed them everything from what this is to getting the client to fulfilling. So any last words before we move on to the last part, which is just linking the video, which is 25 different ways to get clients? Any last things you want to say about this process, or any final words to the audience?
But I think at the end of the day, if you do everything that we talked about in this video, I don't see a universe where you don't get clients. I think if you try to do this once a week, you're going to get clients, and you can do it for so many different industries, like we said. So hopefully you guys like this video. I know it was a lot to take in, but that's the world we're in. You wanted to see it from start to finish, and there you go.
I love it. Dom, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. If you guys are interested in getting started with high level and all their bonuses, there's the 30-day free trial down below. If you have any questions at all about anything, drop them in the comments and me and Dom will answer personally. But most importantly, watch this video that is about to pop up right now because it will absolutely show you every way to get clients with high level. Watch the video that starts right now.